celebrate the joys of life, and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is? Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey.
They said, we said, we hit. They said, we said, we on. They said, we said, we strong. They said, we said, we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said, we said, we in. They said, we said, we on. They said, we said, strong. They said, we said, go. We say that you heard right. 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 I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a wheel. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing no blitz. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 84th episode of the LowDown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Luke7, and joining me today, as usual, is Mr. Ham Solo Gaming. Ham, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. 2K25, which is on the screen right now, NBA 2K25, just came out this morning. So nice. I literally only got this clip from it. And I had to hurry up and, get ready for the show, go pick up my daughter. I had a busy ass day so far today. Like I woke up, got my daughter ready for school, took her to school, did some work, like I do like DoorDash and shit like that, for some extra money, shit like that. So I drove around, made made some cash, and that was a hassle, and for its own reasons. It was fine, but after that, went to physical therapy. After physical therapy, played the intro of 2K, and then had to download this, had to, what is it called? Render this video so we have something new to watch instead of all the old gameplay. Pick up my daughter, and now I'm here. So I've just been moving the entire time since like 7 a.m. Not too bad.
Good times. Good times. Big Mad Mo, welcome in, is asking if it's still shit or is it polished. Welcome in, Ray Chi. I only
got to play the intro of the game. So far, I don't have enough. I'm honestly gonna tell you, like, ask me Friday.
Okay.
Because right now I'm just gonna tell you, oh, it seems fine, but I haven't played a full game. You know what I'm saying? Because like
you haven't even played a full game?
No, because when you turn on the game, right, you know how it asks you your email and all that stuff, right? So I got all that stuff taken care of. It remembered and rolled it over from my last game, which was nice. I didn't have to fill it all out again. It remembered for once. So I was like, yo, I like that. But right after you sign in, it asks you to pick a face that you would like, which I thought was a little ridiculous because it's like I can't even really customize it or do anything, right? And then it asks you like your favorite team, and then it and then it puts you in a finals game in the fourth quarter. Or not in the fourth quarter, in overtime. It puts you in the finals game in overtime with whatever team that you picked in whatever character look that you chose, and you have to finish the game and win that game, and then what happens is your person like wakes up after the game. And after that I didn't have enough time to hop in and play a game because I had to go pick up my daughter.
Listen, that does not sound like a bad intro. That does not sound like a bad intro.
No, I thought the intro was pretty good because it wasn't like here play a whole game. It wasn't like here play the second half. It was like here just play the last couple minutes in overtime, get your bearings back, and then after
what's your player's stats?
After you get done with that portion, because you don't get to see the stats or anything, you just pick the position, the way you look, and what team that you're on. After that game happens, like I said, you like wake up-ish or whatever, and then the game asks you, hey, do you want to go to the main menu, or would you like to continue on my career? So it gives you options.
And that's it.
Yeah, and that's like the very opening part. I couldn't tell you what happens after that or whatnot. You'll have to just play the game or check me out on Friday if you want to know more. But I'm definitely going to be playing as soon as I get off of here.
So no streaming tomorrow. You're gonna keep it college football?
No, I'm gonna play college football tomorrow because that's what that is. I'm going through a season of that, and I'm at least gonna complete one season on it, because I want that on my channel, and I love the game. It could be better, but I like it for what it is, and better to have come back than to never came back at all.
That's
what I'm saying? All I ask for now, which is like pulling teeth from EA, but all I ask you to do is improve. Sometimes it's like pulling teeth from them, though. I understand using the same assets and stuff like that. I don't have any problems with that, but make the significant, hey, we really innovated this. I don't care if you give me the same everything, but as long as you purposely go out of the way to give me more than what I had in the previous year, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just like, sometimes it's so far and few between that it doesn't feel like an upgrade. And I hear Big Mad Mo in there saying, how's 2K and whatnot. I can't tell you yet, like on that, because I know one thing that they changed is the shot meter. So I'm interested to see. So now it's like a totally different meter. I don't use shot meter, so I'm the worst person to ask. I turn that shit off, and I just do it.
You go with the rhythm
of the actual character. But like from what it looks like, it just looks totally revamped. I'll give it a try one game just so I can talk about it next show. But yeah.
All right. Roger.
And we will be talking about Concord. As a matter of fact, I gotta send a link because J-Rock asked to join us.
Oh my lord. Sour Blow, welcome in, brother. The Guinness says Ham, we're late 15 minutes, right? And technically Concord will only be alive for 15 days. So the Guinness says 1 minute delay for each day Concord lived. What a great tribute from a classy podcast. Cheers to Concord. That's all I have to say. We loved you for a very short amount of time. It is very unfortunate. Send that link, Ham.
I want to save Concord for last. We'll talk about that last.
Oh my goodness.
Because when we start talking about that, I feel like it's not gonna be 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little bit, because I have a few questions for you about that specific about Concord, and just like not just PlayStation in these live service games, but as we see, this is, obviously PlayStation stepped in the biggest pile of shit.
Yes.
But like it's kind of an industry thing, man, where it's just like, dude, like look at X Defiant right now.
Sustainable.
Look at X Defiant right now. It came out like with 1 million or whatever players or something like that in just a couple hours, and now it's struggling to have more numbers than Halo. And that's no disrespect to Halo, but we all know where Halo is. Halo isn't where it should be right now. Halo isn't where it should be right now. So if Halo's doing bad, but somehow you're doing worse, that's not a good look.
Yep. It's not great.
And plus, what these fanboys and some of the, nasty developers that, talk a little shit and act like nobody sees it, y'all need to quit talking about Halo killers. Because every time y'all come out and say this is going to be the Halo killer, it backfires. Every time. It happened with Killzone. It's currently happening with X-Defiant. It happened now with Concord. Like, bro, y'all went generations for saying this is finally going to put Halo to bed. And I mean, you guys don't realize that, that game has enough people that just love the franchise so much that no matter what, it's going to have some players there. You see what I'm saying?
Not just some players, because Concord had some players. Halo is always going to have thousands of players, tens of thousands of players. It's always going to at least be above like 5K, 10K players concurrent.
Nope. It's usually around 3 to 5. To be honest, as of lately, what I've been seeing.
3 to 5. Okay, that's not great.
No, it's not great. But think about it. It's better than X-Defiant, which just came out. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
We need to put some cheeks in it.
Dog Dark says it's a Series S's fault. Maybe it is.
Pretty much. I mean, we were late because of Series S anyway. Let's get some super chats. Thank you so much, Drawn TJ. It's a nice way to start the show. It's a very nice way to start the show. Concord died faster than Redfall. LOL, Sony CEO said they don't have enough IPs. Hi, Ham, Solo, and Log. Ham.
Fuck Redfall. This shit died quicker. the shit died quicker than that Platinum game that came out.
Which one, Ham?
The live service game from Platinum Games.
I don't even know, dude.
I'll look it up real quick while you're doing the other super chat. I'll look it up.
All right. Welcome into Lady Foxfire. Appreciate you. Legendary Yobi. Let's go. Welcome. Drawn TJ. Sorry, the Ginner. Very sorry about your movement situation. Dayreezy with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Says crap cord.
Babylon's Fall.
Okay. Crap.
Longer.
Technically every game that's ever come out as a live service game has lasted longer than Concord. That's
what makes this the worst.
Dayreezy, thank you for the super chat. Says crap cord got took out back like yella pew pew.
Mad disrespectful.
Y'all are messy.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Like I said, I can't wait for J-Rock to get here so we can talk about that subject. I want to hold off on it for right now. There's definitely quite a bit of other things that we need to get into, and I know Loke wants to just skip right over it because he's a pony, but
I'd love to skip Concord today. I'd love for like J-Rock to have technical issues, and then we kind of just have to let's get into the show. Let's do all the subjects, and then have like no time left in the show. And then J-Rock's like, I ain't got no time to come on or something. And then we can just end it right there. Let's go. Ham, I sent you the links on Discord because, as you know, I'm on the road and my internet is terrible. So first off, we're going to start with a trailer for the Forever Winter. and you can put audio on, Ham, because it's from the developers, and if you check the description, it says feel free to share. So, and I've seen a couple of streamers, big and small, sharing the gameplay without any issues on sound. So go ahead and do that, please.
We starting off with Forever Winter.
Yes. Video games. That's what it's about. It's TSWS gaming, not TSWS drama.
I know, man. I know. I'm so happy you said that too, because I was hoping we weren't gonna sit here and talk about another grown ass fucking man for an hour. Like, I don't give a fuck about that, really, to be honest.
No. We are not about to do that.
War, famine, destruction, death. The year is 20XX. Welcome to the future. The Forever Winter is a 4-player sci-fi tactical survival horror shooter that takes place in a future where massive armies are skinning the bones of our one.
They just said a lot right there.
Yep.
It's a 4-player tactical shooter. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful Earth. You are a scavenger, lovingly referred to as a scav. Within this combat,
I can already tell you I'm digging it.
Yeah, dude, and I'm not even one to play games like this. And it's got a beta, and I'm excited for it. When I saw it, I was like, what the hell? What is this? What is this? It looks very nice.
Yeah, thank you, Towerblow. You said you forgot horror. Yeah, horror as well. So 4-player.
Oh yeah, it's
horror.
Tactical shooter.
And if it's cooperative, like I'm thinking it is, where do you get that? Where do you get that? This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the type of games that we need to see more of. Like a genre that you don't really see, and it's multiplayer.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Let's continue. I'll stop it if necessary, but like we'll really dig into it after the whole thing.
It looks tight.
Ecosystem, you assume the role of looter and survivor. Trapped between 2 warring military factions of the future, each with their own objectives. Outgunned, undersupplied, and constantly under attack. You must rely on cooperation and cunning to survive even minor enemy contact. Situational awareness is key in this world. Stop, look, and listen. Trigger discipline will save your life. A target missed is a bullet wasted, and not every battle is one worth fighting. Only kill what you can loot and get away with.
I love that. They said, don't be coming out here thinking you He-Man. You better fall the fuck back sometimes.
I'm getting Remnant vibes from this one.
Yes. Very much Remnant.
I like it.
It's like, because they're talking, I mean, Remnant, you kind of have to look after your ammo, but not that much. I felt like in the first one, you had to look after it more than the second one.
Yeah, it was a bit more generous.
Man, the second one was very generous, especially once you started to get those badass guns. Then it got ridiculously generous. But yeah, the vibe seems just like kind of soulsy, right? And in the aspect of what you just got done saying with Remnant, right? Where it's just like, do you really want to fuck with these guys right now?
Are you sure?
You want to keep it pushing? Yeah.
The John Cena meme. Are you sure about that?
Okay, so the game is Xbox Lord Chaos was asking what game this is. This is Forever Winter official gameplay trailer for it. And as Loke was saying, they have like the devs talking about it and shit, right?
Yeah.
Who's talking, right? Is one of the developers.
Sorry?
Is that who's
the
talking?
audio is from the developers. Yes. The video is even from their own channel.
Perfect.
It's amazing.
Every time you open fire, you are ringing the dinner bell. Make it worth it.
What the hell is that?
Welcome home, deep down in the guts of the city. Refugees seek shelter here, and they choose your level because you have one of the few things that matter. Water. H2O.
I gotta pause real quick. Look at Mike Johnson here. He's like,
please
don't talk about it. Please.
Concord is old news.
Don't talk about it. Please. Oh, we gonna talk about it.
Man. Oh, man.
Let's keep it pushing. I feel like I'm being an asshole.
Brings traders, shops, and allied mercenaries that have your six. If you want to survive, you'll need to pick up jobs from the two warring factions. Be smart about the jobs you take. The more a faction controls a sector, the more heavy units they will deploy, and the more dangerous it becomes. The more jobs you do, the more jobs you'll get, and the longer you'll keep everyone alive. No one gets by in this world all on their own, so don't be afraid to help others when you can. Donation stations are made available where high-level vets can share gear with low-level baby scavs. You were in their shoes once, too. Here you can customize your rig, an innovative modular platform that grants you advanced abilities. Pneumatic jump allows you to quickly traverse rough terrain and reach hard-to-get drops. Turrets allow you to shred, at least for a short time. And scanners allow you to scout ahead to plan your route. You want guns? You've got them. Modify and upgrade your firearms for the jobs you take. Always remember, the more gear and ammo you bring in, the less you can carry out. So spec accordingly.
That's nice.
Apparently, this game reminds Ray Chi of Dustborn. Phenomenal.
The fuck out of here. He thinks everything is Dustborn. Get out. Get out, Ray Chi.
No, he didn't say Dustborn, but he said Dust 514.
Okay, all right. Sergeant Sentinel, I am feeling the new picture. I'm feeling it with the flag right behind. Very nice. Very nice. Carry on now.
Once you're kitted up, it's time to enter the macro city of Lost Angels. Megastructures meant to house millions lie vacant, while automated underground factories churn out war machines by the minute. As the war rages and destroys the world by day, AI-driven machines nicknamed the Night Shift rebuild by night. Recovery units stalk the streets, dragging the wounded and the dead to be harvested for their organs. Learn your surroundings, avoid patrols, and maybe you can make it out alive. Every job has rewards and consequences. The details matter. Make sure to dig into the intel thoroughly before heading out. Missions may include sabotaging faction facilities, collecting debts, and good old-fashioned MDKs. No matter how easy you think the job is, don't get complacent. Things can change at the drop of a casing.
Oh, shit. Great.
If by some chance you find something of real value, you will be hunted, and the factions will send.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to take notice of how nice the level design actually looks in this game.
It's kind of unique.
I like the sun, how it's like that, right?
That looks like an eclipse.
Or yeah, right, like a planet in front of the sun getting the light from behind it. But the sky, I mean, it just looks like it comes together really nice. Sour Blow says, "I'm sold. Take my money." I mean, I'm there myself.
Check the bullets flying in the air right now, Ham. The place where you paused it right now. That is nice.
Thing of real value, you will be hunted, and the factions will send bosses that far exceed your fire team's capabilities. Take note of their weaknesses and plan your strategy to take them down. Even fully geared, it will require coordination, teamwork, and a bit of luck. There are only 3 types of scavs: the fast, the smart, and the dead. So don't be ashamed to retreat if the fighting gets too hot. Remember, there are no heroes here. Just a few men and women running around in the dark with half-empty magazines. Forever.
Okay, so what's coming out on available on Steam. So is this just strictly a Steam game?
Yeah, for now. You know how
For
it
now
is with games. Yeah. The beta is gonna be on Steam.
Goddamn Series
and then,
S.
and then goddamn Series S, dude. That's all it is.
No, but this game looks hot. That's a good looking game.
Dude, I can hear you in your audio. Something's like there's feedback from my mic. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know.
Okay. Ty is on point for this one. Good old AA like kind of game that's unique. Watch people who complain about AAA games not buy or support it. LOL. I'm going to definitely support this one. It looks good. This is the first, and it looks like live service to me. Usually I avoid live service like the plague, but I'm definitely into this one. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. Do they even have a release date for this? I mean, I've seen that there's like a beta that's supposed to be for it.
That's all it is. That's all we know.
Like I'm trying to. Okay, it says all right. It just says closed beta access incoming. So I mean, if this is something that you'd like to try, definitely maybe go to their website, look up Forever Winter, possibly see if you can add yourself into that closed beta so you can check it out.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I might just pop on. I'm actually gonna pop on Steam real quick and look it up real quick and just kind of show everybody in case they're kind of curious or thinking about it possibly. Let me throw it on screen here in just a second.
It's called Forever Winter.
All right, so let's go to. All right, so we're at the store. Search Forever Winter. All right, so early access. So I'm gonna add it to my wish list, but I wonder how you get into that beta. I bet you have to go to their actual website and like ask, which isn't a big deal.
Let me try. Foreverwinter.com. Let's see. Fun Dogs. Okay, it takes you to fundogs.com, which is the developers that are making the game.
Okay.
And
let me go to that.
Website's still loading. Please click here if the page does not redirect. Okay, here we go. The war begins September 24th, 2024. Okay, so how do I sign up? Subscribe to our newsletter. Okay, from what I can see here, there's no real. I have navigation. It's a skill issue in terms of navigating a website, but I don't see anything on signing up.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I just have to do a little bit more digging.
Yeah, but I subscribe to their newsletter. So as soon as they send something out to the community, we will know, and then I'll bring it up on our next live stream.
Sounds good.
Let's just do that. Yeah. All right, so that's Forever Winter, guys. Check it out. And I know it's live service, and although we're doing the in memoriam of what's it called, Concord, I don't think it's going to have a problem getting and keeping an audience, because everyone's talking about how saturated the hero shooter thing genre was. But if you check out what was that game, the one that the journalist leaked or like wrote an article before Valve gave them permission to.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, that game actually has thousands of people playing it. It's fine. It just came out. It's in the same genre
Deadlock.
as it's what?
It's Deadlock.
Deadlock. There you go. Deadlock's fine. But it's in the same genre that we've been saying is saturated. So it's about just being a good game. And this one looks like a good game. Forever Winter looks good.
Let me ask, is it a hero shooter though?
No, it's not. It's not a hero shooter.
Exactly.
But it seems to be like a survival game.
I
think there's lots of those.
See, I feel like a lot of us are saying like, yo, do away with the live service games and stuff like that. And I kind of feel that sentiment, and I'm sure I've said that before. I probably said that just like a day ago or whatever. But like, to be honest, what we really need is just like, sure, if you want to do live service, that's fine, but stand out. You know what I'm saying? Stand out. Be your own.
Yeah.
Don't try to do something that somebody else did. I want to bring up Concord so bad, but I'm just gonna wait on it. Just gonna wait on it. Anyways, Loke, what do we got next? Are we gonna be going to the 1950s Courier action game, deliver at all costs?
Yes.
That's where we're at. Okay.
Click on the second one because it has gameplay. The first one from Gematsu has no gameplay. Click on the second one. It's a YouTube link while I read the description.
All right, just one
moment.
Here we
go. Publisher Konami and developer Far Out Games have announced Deliver at All Costs, an action game set in 1959 that puts players in the role of a courier of unconventional cargo. It will be available for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store. A release date was not announced, so we don't even know if it's coming out this year or not. Deliver at All Costs is a thrilling action game where destruction, absurdity, and intrigue collide. The year is 1959, a time of rock and roll, polka dot dresses, and ever-looming dread of nuclear annihilation. Step into the shoes of Winston Green, a down-on-his-luck courier with a fiery temper and mysterious past as he delivers highly unconventional cargo, leaving a trail of havoc and chaos behind him, ensuring he does what it takes to deliver at all costs.
Oh my god, that looks actually pretty fun.
Yes.
That looks
that's
pretty
the word.
fun. I can't even front. Like, what the hell is going on? He's driving off of roofs. He's driving up mountains, as you see, getting blown up and shit. Like this is nuts. There's a lot going on in this game, and honestly, it reminds me of like a current day GTA like London.
Yeah,
is what it kind of reminds me of. That, like, bird's eye view kind of thing.
Oh my god, he's delivering a nuclear bomb. That looks like a nuclear missile.
A fucking nuke, and people are like, "What is wrong with them?"
What?
Yeah, that's wild.
I like it. I like it.
Konami.
Dairies is on point.
Throws me off.
They still make games.
When's the last time they did anything outside of Metal Gear? Like anything of note.
Pachinko, lots of pachinko.
Yeah,
that game looks unique and fun for sure, David. It looks very unique.
Looks like it goes on the Price is Right. I'm all set.
Yeah. When will you want free shipping? We're probably gonna have to talk to the protagonist of this one.
Take notes, right.
Concord. That's how oh my god.
This is what free shipping looks like.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Definitely adding this one to the to the watch list and wish list on Steam, because I think my PC could probably run this easy. No problem. Ham, are you interested in this one?
I'm interested. Where does this come out now?
Everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Konami.
Yeah, this looks like something that I'd like to play on my Steam Deck.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like that's what I'm kind of thinking when I see this. This is like a good game to kind of play out and about. I mean, it'd be fun to play at home too, no doubt. But like when I'm like going out to my mom's or something like that, and I'm just in the car and I'm not driving, I'm like finally not driving. Then I can turn on the Steam Deck and get down with this. What up, Jacob? Good to see you, bro.
Welcome.
Is there any time? Is there any time on when this releases? Timetable?
I don't think they. No. There's no release date. No.
Okay.
Just add it to the wish list and hope it comes out soon.
I'll keep my eye on it. Like I said, Xbox is really good at marketing to their own customers already. They're like customers that are already there. So like I'll probably see it as soon as it's the store.
Yeah.
And depending on that price, it might be a day one, like just to keep.
Yeah.
And also the features. If it does, if I'm able to buy it and I get it both on the PC and the Xbox, that would be amazing. Right? But if not, I might just get it on Steam so I can play it on my Steam Deck with ease.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a game where I'm going to be like, oh, I need my Xbox achievements. This isn't one of those games. This looks like just a fun game.
Just whatever. Yeah. Reggie says it should be available on mobile. Yeah, this is the type of game that I would expect to be available on like Android and iOS eventually. It should be on iOS on launch, but that's not what they're doing for now. So whatever. So moving on, we were supposed to get into Concord, but since you want us to wait for the guest, let's skip Concord and go to the next one, which is Enotria. The Last Song Studio says the Xbox version is indefinitely delayed due to, and I quote, lack of communication. Let me just put that one up because it's just an article. There's no need for gameplay. Actually, you know what, Ham? Can you skip the VGC article and click on the YouTube link so people can see what game it is that's being skipped? Because sometimes we just see that something is skipping Xbox, but we don't know, like, is it really good? Should people be like sad about it, or if it's just a nothing?
What that Enotria thing?
Yeah.
Click you want me to the IGN one?
No, the YouTube link. Yeah, it's the IGN link. Yeah, it has to be IGN, dude. You know we're contracted to put IGN up on the screen at least once a week.
No contract.
Ham and Log, we got to see the teaser for 2025 Minecraft movie today, and a Nightmare Fuel. Ham, did you see that trailer?
I'm sorry, what's that? What trailer?
Trailer for the live action Minecraft movie.
No, I didn't see that trailer.
You should see it.
Does it look good?
No, it looks horrible. But I don't want to suffer alone.
It didn't, like, I seen Minecraft and I was just like, I'm all set. Like,
damn it, Ham. I want you to watch it so I'm not the only one suffering.
Well, I'm happy to help you suffer, bud.
This guy. Does communication mean money, or what really happened here? All right, let me get into the article as Ham shares the gameplay. So Giamma Games posted a statement on its website on Monday saying that while the game was set for release on PS5 and PC on September 19th, the Xbox version has been put on indefinite hold. Here's the quote. Enotria has been a passion project of ours for years, and we cannot wait to see you bring the fight to the authors to put a finite end to the twisted eternal play Canovaccio.
I gotta ask you before you continue, Loke. I gotta ask
what?
you, did you know that there's updated news on this?
No. Dude, wait. Today's the 4th. This article came out on the 3rd.
There is updated news on this, and let me go on ahead and
oh my goodness. Please share. Please share.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen here in a second.
What? And is the news good for Xbox, or is it bad?
Well,
is
you
it
tell
coming
me.
to Xbox now? We would like to officially thank Phil Spencer and his team for reaching out to promptly. We would like to also thank our amazing community. We are now working closely with Microsoft. Shut the hell up. Listen. I'm even taking the hat off for this rubbish. I'm taking my hat off for this rubbish.
How's it rubbish? They got what they wanted.
This is not a dub for Xbox.
It's a dub for,
you know why?
For this team, though.
Okay, you know what? I just think this was mishandled. And let me explain why.
It's 100%
Okay. So we agree that although it has ended
it was bullshit that they had to go through all this to get get fucking recognized. It's ridiculous.
All right, I'll put the head back on. It's fine. I'll be cool again. I'll be PC again. Because
I thought you good job. The only good job Xbox thing I'm saying is the highest level. You know, I mean, it's almost like, you know, don't take this wrong way, but it's almost like Biden get on the phone and being like, "Oh shit, what did you need?" You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You shouldn't have to do that.
You shouldn't have to do that. That's too much.
Dude, if Phil Spencer has to intervene for every developer that wants to develop for Xbox, it's over. Like, shut the shop down, fire everyone. This is useless. Phil is supposed to be delegating. Phil's supposed to be doing what I do on Football Manager. You should have a team of sub-managers below 100%. You, and they are managing other people who are also managing other people. This is a $1 trillion company. We can't have situations where Phil Spencer has to personally get out of his living room and stop playing Diablo, because we all know that's all Phil does, right? We don't need a situation where Phil has to stop playing Diablo to go and deal with someone who wants to post a game on Xbox. Come on, guys. Wait, people are getting paid, People are getting paid salaries at Xbox, but they can't keep track of simple things of like helping developers to put games on their platforms. That's ridiculous. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Good on Phil, bad on teamwork.
Yes.
Because I made a tweet about it joking yesterday. Here, I'll even put it up on screen because like people like to act like I don't ever talk shit on Xbox. I talk shit on Xbox all the time. I just talk more shit about PlayStation. Dude.
All the time.
I just talk more shit about PlayStation.
I sometimes get worried with how much shit you talk about Xbox. I'm like, bro, you're gonna get kicked out. Like K-Mega might not invite you anymore to the podcast. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey man, if they're getting butthurt about me fucking saying like, I mean, geez, Louise, I mean, all these people do the same thing with their favorite teams. Like, what the fuck is my coach doing? Like, well, what's the difference here? You know what I'm saying?
True.
I had somebody tell me this is nothing like, because I was blaming because I was talking shit on Herman Holst, right? I was like, what y'all think about Herman Holst handling games now? And he's like, he just got hired. Like it's not his fault and yada yada. And I was like, he's been there for a while. It's not like he didn't know what was going on before, you know, he took the job. And then he's like, but it's not fair to just, you know, Jim Ryan was in control of all that. I was like, well, he's the face of the company now. And that's, you know, when you fuck up, who does everybody look at? The face of the company. So you're the face of the company. And then I told him, I was like, this is no different than any sports or whatnot. You hire a brand new coach, you guys lose an unprecedented game at the beginning of the season. We're looking at the head coach. Like, what the fuck were y'all doing all off season? and he's like, no way, it's like sports. And I was like, bro, like, what's the difference? Like, when you hire a coach, you're not using any of your recruits. You're using old recruits from somebody else's tenure. It's the exact same thing. When there's a fucking when the coach for the Lakers, what's his name? The guy that used to play for the Clippers, JJ Redick.
Fuck him. I'm not going to say his name.
Okay, fine. When JJ Redick is taking over the Lakers and whatnot, if they come out and they lose the first 5 games, they're not going to say, "Oh, Jay, you know, it's the last coach's fault." They're not going to say that.
No,
they're going to be like,
"No,
why didn't you draft anybody other than Bronny? like, why didn't you trade for something? Do something." So you're the face of the company. You got to take on that role of getting shit on when you do something fucked up. It just is what it is.
Or when someone else does something messed up.
Right. You could have said, "I don't want this job until things are looking a little bit better." No, you took the job. You knew what the fuck was going on.
And until you leave, every dub and every single L is on you, bro.
Facts. But here is the thing that I wanted to share with you guys. This is what I posted yesterday. You mind reading that, Loke?
Sarah Bond checks her phone. 134 calls from Giamma Games. Incoming call from Giamma Games. Sarah Bond checks phone again. Hits ignore. And that GIF is awesome. That GIF is freaking awesome. She's like, nah, not me. Not me. Game's not coming to Game Pass. So this is not a Sarah problem. This is not a Sarah problem.
I don't care. I was just making jokes, you know? I was having fun.
Dude, if you can't make jokes, then tough. Like I just put something out talking about if Phil has to stop playing Diablo 4 every time, then they're cooked. That doesn't mean I actually seriously think that's all Phil does. Like, just gets up and starts playing Diablo 4 and does nothing else. A little bit of humor, guys. Right? A little bit of humor.
I put it this plainly because people were bitching at me yesterday, and I seen a few like sneak diss kind of tweets in my feed saying people are pretending that they're nice, but they're really not, and like blah 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 blah. Like after commenting,
are you sure that? Are you sure that wasn't? They weren't talking about Paris.
I don't know. Maybe they were. Maybe they not. They weren't. But they were just, complaining to me in my comments, and then I see their next tweet, and I'm like, oh, I wonder why he said that. You know what I mean? So like,
come on him.
Well, sure. Maybe I took it personal. Maybe it had nothing to do with me. But maybe it did. So
we don't know.
I thought it was fun to put out this tweet. I said, I'm an Xbox fan. I'm gonna talk shit about PlayStation. Broncos fan, I'm gonna talk shit about the Chiefs. Nebraska fan, I'm gonna talk about Oklahoma. Costco fan, I'm gonna talk about Sam's Club. Popeyes fan, I'm gonna talk about KFC. Get over it. It's okay to have favoritism.
Simple.
We all have our favorite table that we sit at. Does that mean something wrong with the other tables?
No. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to address something very quickly. Spider-Man said, I bet Phil Spencer said you're fired to the people. Ham, I might be out of line on this one. I think the biggest problem with Xbox is that people don't get fired enough at Xbox. And I'm going to be specific. I'm going to be specific about someone.
They are seemingly okay with letting things slide.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to get a job at Xbox so I could not do my job and still keep my job, because that's the feeling I get. I feel like at Xbox you don't have to deliver and you'll be fine. For people to get laid off
until there's another 1,800 people that get fired.
That's what I was going to say, Ham. For people to get laid off, like the entire Microsoft needs to have like a big downsize movement. It's not like what happens at like Nintendo or your Capcoms or whatever, where they trim on a regular basis. They get people on and then they evaluate people as individuals. They don't look at, oh, the company's not performing well, so now we need to get rid of entire departments. What they do is they monitor people on a regular and they get rid of people that are not producing on a regular. That's why you don't hear about, oh, these Japanese devs are getting rid of 1,000 people or 500 people, because every 2-3 months someone's out the door because they're not doing their job. As simple as, Ham. And I think Xbox needs more of that.
I mean, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell a multi-billion, actually trillion-dollar company how to conduct hiring and firing, because they clearly understood how to make money. What we may like to see out of it, that may be different.
Yeah. Like I'd like to see them sell more consoles, but that's not their focus. Their focus is profit. And the way things are going now, and since the last like quarterly reviews or reports or whatever, we saw that they're making bank, so they're happy with their current strategy. Who am I? You know what I mean? Right. Maybe me coming in there, more people. If I were to be the exec, if you were to be the exec, if K Mega was to be the exec at Microsoft or at Xbox, they'd probably end up selling more games, because then we would champion like exclusivity 100%, and then there'd be more consoles out the door, but maybe there'd be less profits overall, which is what Microsoft's about. Anyways, where were we? At Notria. Okay, so now the game is coming to Xbox. Happy ending. Ham, thoughts?
I don't care.
It's a Souls game. Ham doesn't like Souls games.
It's not that I don't like them. I'm just tired of seeing.
You're tired.
Yeah, I don't get that excited when I see that there's another game that you can parry, roll, and dodge and swing. Like it's not that I don't like it, because obviously I do. I mean, I beat Elden Ring back in 2021. I recently beat Stellar Blade. Had a blast with that game, even though the story sucked, but the rest of the game was really good. So it's not that I don't like those games. It's just like, yo, man, like, how many times do you want me to fucking get into a new setting and do kind of the same thing?
Ham, I'm gonna need you to pause for a minute. Yobi says GRG is ending this year, and there's one more episode left, correct? Can you confirm?
I didn't know that. I knew that he was talking about stopping soon, but I didn't know that it was this soon.
Yo, okay. Let me go to the GRG DMs. I need to get on the last show. There's no way GRG is ending and I'm not getting on the last show. I don't care. I'll take like 5 Monster Energies. I'm not going to bed. What?
I haven't talked to K Mega in like a little bit of time now. Like pretty much until since I took that month break, I haven't really talked to him.
Break, yeah.
And and like there was like no bad blood or anything, but like it'd be interesting to talk to him. I tried to reach out to him the other day, and he must have been busy or something. But yeah, I just haven't spoke with him for a while. It'd be kind of interesting to hear what's kind of all going on. I remember him saying that he did want to stop podcasting, and I think he's just kind of, maybe he's not having as much fun anymore. I think that might be it, or he just doesn't feel like keeping up with all the BS anymore. I don't know, but for whatever reason it is, I mean, he had a pretty good run.
Yeah. Oh man, that sucks. That really sucks.
Oh my goodness. Ron Slusher. Jeez Louise.
What did he say?
He said, "Can I get a refund on my Series S? I feel misled."
Oh man, are we blaming the Series S for the end of GRG? Ham? Are we doing that?
Sure. I tell you what, if you bought a Series S to watch GRG, then you're a savage. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you are definitely uncultured. I don't know what's wrong with you. Why would you buy a console to? Anyways, Anotria, Ham, you're not into it. And one of the things that I was looking forward to was you saying that I don't care that this is not coming to Xbox. I would have never bought it anyway. Now it's still coming to Xbox.
I would have never bought it, and I'll still never buy it.
Damn. All right. Let's move on.
Not even I have no idea if it's good or bad. Let's check it out for a minute, because we never even really gave it any gameplay. I never even gave it a chance, to be honest. But I'm telling you, it's gonna have a hard time winning me over. I don't know.
Yeah, that's still early. Just give it a bit more. Let's give it a bit more.
Oh my god, this is 15 minutes. I ain't giving it that much time.
All right, one more minute, Ham. One more minute.
I'll give it another 60 seconds. What the hell is going on in this game? I feel like I've seen more things dance than attack. They must be saying something. Let me turn on this audio.
Cruelest of fates. On your adventures, you encounter a wide array of colorful characters, from the humble to the divine. Pulcinella, your creator and mentor, will join you at every step to rescue the world. Together, you will face both fresh takes on characters from Commedia dell'arte, such as Capitan Spaventa, Pantalone, Balanzone, and more, as well as old gods, fallen from grace, forsaken foes, or aspiring allies. Only time will tell. Do not be fooled by Anotria's dazzling landscapes and flamboyant characters, however. It is first and foremost a gameplay-driven title. We've put great effort into ensuring the title hits the mark on all the fundamentals of the genre. This begins with weapons, where we've put tremendous care to ensure they all have satisfying and varied movesets. Mighty blows come in every flavor of carnage, with over 120 weapons across 8 distinct weapon classes and countless unique and creative appearances. We strongly believe fun is at the heart of a good game. That's why we've chosen to focus on a push-forward combat approach with fast and responsive dodge rolls and quick steps. There are no giant shields to cower behind. Instead, you are emboldened with our chainable parry system alongside multiple modifiers. Gone is the passive waiting for long enemy attack chains to be over. The only limit is your skill and creativity.
Yeah, these guys are throwing shades at Dark Souls.
To reward relentless players who can masterfully chain together actions, we've created the Unraveling system. It is a special status that can be built up by chaining offensive actions on enemies, and if failed, will bring them to their knees. Once an enemy has been unraveled, a powerful riposte attack can be executed. Doing so grants you the Awakened state, a powerful temporary buff that can be modified by your gear and emboldens you to jump straight into the next fight. Beneath the solid base layer, however, we've introduced a plethora of new RPG mechanics that we believe will dramatically change how players approach encounters. A key focus of Anotria is making build experimentation more fun, accessible, and convenient. As hardcore players, we know that it can be one of the most rewarding experiences. However, it is sadly usually burdened by respec, unreliability, and as such, done using guides, on repeat playthroughs, or only by the hardcore. In Anotria, you don't have to wait to have fun. With our systems, you can have your safe build right alongside your experimental one for the very first time in the genre. Loadouts are full builds consisting of masks, weapons, perks, aspects, gems, items, and lines, all on a single screen. They are our proudest achievement, opening up theory crafting of builds to everyone, rather than only to the hardcore. The single screen and foolproof design means that anyone can conceptualize and come up with their own builds quickly.
Why you
and
say
easily.
that, Jacob?
Masks are powerful items dropped by enemies in an Outrit. There are over 30 masks that have their own combat effects and perk slots, changing not only how you play, but how you look, with aesthetic as well as narrative implications. Lines are our answer to spellcasting. We wanted to avoid playstyles that focus on passively slinging magic from afar while retaining the power of fantasy. This is why every single loadout can have up to 4 lines, mighty magical abilities that are charged by dealing damage. The passive foundation for your character's growth and experimentation are the statistics that you can raise. While many of them are familiar, such as health, stamina, or damage, there are some new approaches taken in an Outrit. First, damage is governed by separate stackable stats. Ones affecting raw damage, Ardora damage, as well as elemental. Second, statistics are grouped in bundles that we call virtues. This way, each virtue can raise your survivability, meaning the players no longer have to choose between safe statistics such as health and stamina, and fun ones such as elemental damage or luck. Simply choose the virtue that embodies your playstyle best, and unleash your creativity. Aspects are another key feature and item in an Outrit. They allow you to channel the essence of particular foes. In practical terms, each loadout can have an aspect assigned, which can dramatically alter your statistics. This means that regardless of your stat distribution, through aspects you can experiment with new equipment, say a sword that you otherwise couldn't equip, and enables even greater diversity and specialization with loadouts. Gems are items that govern our parry ability. As we want to encourage a push-forward style of combat, we have made sure that the parry is responsive, chainable, and potent. However, we are aware that parrying is not everyone's preferred playstyle. That's why gems exist, allowing you to...
Okay, I had enough. I've had enough. It looks pretty good. I'll give it that. It looks pretty good, but I'm still...
Thank you.
I'm still not interested.
And did you hear this? The Dark Souls slander and shade that they were throwing at it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The devs really, they're trying to separate themselves.
Because you scared.
Yeah.
You all up in that ass.
Yeah, they're trying their best to distance themselves from Elden Ring and all that.
I appreciate
it's wild.
I appreciate that.
It's wild. And you're still not gonna give it a go.
I'm still not. I mean, at its core, it's still kind of the same as a lot of the others. Sure, it'll probably play out differently than a lot of the other things, but I'm just not ready to get back into that genre yet. And when I am, if this is available, possibly. But I don't know. I have a few other things that I'd have to get through. Like Black Myth Wukong would be one. You know, like I'm interested in that game, but I just don't want to play that genre right now. Not into it. I could see somebody in the chat who's really wanting attention.
Someone's really trying.
Really trying.
Would you like to respond, Ham? Because I'm alright.
Nah.
I'm alright.
You know, I just think it's always fun when somebody's just saying stuff and they have no idea what they're talking about.
No idea.
But
dude,
but, you know,
when everyone agrees that you need to shut the fuck up, like everyone, I agree. Ham thinks it. The chat thinks it. Like everyone's like, bro, just bounce. I'm with Yobi.
We can stay here if he
wants.
I'm with
Yobi.
You can stay here.
I'm with Yobi. But I'm with Yobi. You can leave, Brody. I'm with Yobi on that one.
You can stay here if he wants. I mean, if you know, sometimes people need a way to release their aggression, and you know, I don't know what this person's dealing with on a daily basis at home and stuff like that. But like,
even if it's misdirected, Ham.
Yeah. Even if it's a misdirect, I mean, I don't like. There is nothing that they're gonna say that's gonna change any decisions that I make. I'm not gonna stay up at night. I'm not, missing out on nothing. Like they're just talking. Like it's it's the equivalent of somebody on the other bar having a conversation. It's like, okay.
I almost felt like maybe either blocking or not even putting the comments up on the screen. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put my feelings into this, and I'm just going to be true to what the channel's about. The channel's about people being able to come here and say what they want to say, even if it's
and he can keep saying what he
ludicrous.
wants to say, because it's just some things I'll care about and other things I'll just look at and be like, oh, that's disingenuous. Okay, gotcha.
It's like, wow. All right. First time it was here a long time ago. It was just negative. Abandoned. We can go cry butt naked in a pool of lava.
Oh shit! There you go.
Oh, I knew there was a reason why we made Yobi a moderator. Appreciate you, Yobi. Appreciate you. All right, so that's a notch here. Ham, you're still not convinced.
No, and it's not that it's bad. It's just I'm just just not into that genre right now, and that's just is what it is, you know.
Okay. For me, obviously I'm interested in it, but I just wanted to talk about when you were talking about the games that you're interested in.
Dude, I'm
kind of
already. Shit.
Yeah, I'm having a panic attack, Ham. Like a mini panic attack of when I get back to Maputo, because I barely scratched Black Myth Wukong. Astrobot is coming out on Friday. Warhammer is going to be live on Monday, and this is all happening in like 5
I already got
days.
Warhammer downloaded. I bought it the other day. I'm buying Astrobot later this evening.
Bro, I called my boss
tomorrow morning.
I called my boss and I was like, "Can I get Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off?" Because I wanted to just focus and lock in. And my boss is like, "Dude, there's so much that's waiting for you when you get back here. Forget that,
Mo. Why?
Forget it." Yeah. Well, that's very extra.
Why you gotta say that, Mo? Like, what did it do?
I don't understand what that's about. What's the problem?
Like, I'm excited for the game. I mean, it's not the most excited game that I have that I'm going to be playing. I think Space Marine is the most excited game in the next week that I'm going to play, which I have purchased and downloaded already on my Xbox and ready to go. But
yeah,
I think I finally get to turn on my PlayStation and be proud. Like that, like that's what Astrobot's kind of doing for me right now, right? Because I mean, like I said, I'm not into the Souls genre right now. So Black Myth Wukong, even though it's technically not a Souls game, it's close enough for me to be like,
close. It's very close.
One thing I do love about Black Myth Wukong and why I know I'm gonna play it, but just not right now. I know I'm gonna play it because the one thing I kind of was irritated at in the Elden Ring was I was just like, can we just cut to the chase? Get me to the boss. Like, just cut to the chase.
But Wukong is full of bosses.
Exactly. And I love that. I love that there's like a boss like every 10 minutes. Like
literally,
that's why I wanted to play Elden Ring.
There's almost
I ran
no filler,
by so much shit in Elden Ring just to go to the bosses, just to, you know, and I didn't care if I lost to the boss 50 times. I wasn't going back out there to fucking farm these worthless pieces of shit unless it was the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken definitely worth it. And
after
make sure you have to
level
buy
50, I was like, I'm not farming no stupid shit no more. Big things or nothing.
No. It wasn't worth the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
Exactly. There's a lot of juice in Black Myth though. And I'm trying to squeeze it.
Yeah.
Just not right now.
Yeah. So Big Mad Mo explains to us what his problem is. He says that ain't Mario. So trying to be him, Step Boy is a pack in trying to be with the big dogs. And I call cap. And I know Big Mad Mo is gonna call me a pony and all of that rubbish. Big Mad Mo, find you a PS5 and go and play Astro's Playroom. Go and play it from start to finish. And I promise you won't feel the same way as what you're saying right now.
I see what he's saying, and I don't think he's too crazy by saying that. I've even talked to a person that already played the game and is, I'm not finna dox them or throw out their name right now, but I talked to him and he said that this game is very similar or similar feeling to something like a Mario Galaxy. So I totally see what Big Man Mo is saying, right? But at the same time, I'm just like, the last part of the sentence where he said where he says trying to be with the big dogs. Well, what else are you supposed to do?
Not trying.
The
card is already out.
Do you think that the Carolina Panthers don't wanna be like the San Francisco 49ers? So they should just give up? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta try.
And Overwatch is out there, so no more hero shooters. Because you shouldn't try to be with the big dogs. Tell that to Marvel Rivals, Ham. Tell that to Marvel Rivals.
I mean, like I said, I would say that because I'm not a big fan of those games. So I'm just like, you're right. Stop though.
Yeah. All right, but that's not a problem. Yeah, come on.
But yeah, absolutely, you're right. Marvel's Rivals is coming out, and it's like, hey, we're new. Overwatch, how you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It looks like it's going to pop.
Yeah,
Marvel Rivals looks like it's going to pop. I promise you, I will. He ain't it. No, they want to be like the Panthers, but win. All right. Lakers want to be like the Celtics. Sour blow.
Oh,
you know what?
Let's
you know
go.
What? As soon as you start bringing up the Lakers, that's the end of the conversation. It's over. It's fine. It's fine.
You go find a seat on the bench next to your boy Bronny and
relax. Okay. Whatever. Let's move on. As soon as why do you guys have to bring in my Lakers? Why? And no one wants to talk about the Lakers when they're winning. But as soon as they start losing, people want to start talking about it. Anyway, Ubisoft shares take a hit as analysts predict lower than expected Star Wars Outlaws sales. So these are predictions. The numbers aren't in yet. Ubisoft's share price, this is coming from IGN. Ubisoft's share price has fallen following the launch of Star Wars Outlaws, which some analysts have said has come in below expectations. Massive Entertainment Star Wars Outlaws, the first open-world Star Wars video game, launched on August 27, and since then, Ubisoft's share price has fallen 12.6% to a near 10-year low of 15.22 euros at the time of this article's publication. Ubisoft was valued at 1.96 billion euros. So they failed to announce a sales target for Star Wars Outlaws ahead of launch, although it did say it expected the game to boost its earnings. According to Reuters JP Morgan analyst, so you know it's legit because JP Morgan don't mess around.
No.
Daniel Kervin said Star Wars Outlaws has struggled to meet our sales expectations despite positive critical reviews. IGN Star Wars Outlaws review returned a 7 out of 10, and okay, whatever. The analyst lowered sales expectations for Outlaws by 2 million units to 5.5 million for the current financial year, which ends March 2025. Its development budget was set to be at least 30% higher than that of 2023's Assassin's Creed Mirage, but Twitch data suggests Outlaws is underperforming Mirage by about 15%. Outlaws isn't the only game seemingly impacting Ubisoft shares. Free-to-play Call of Duty rival X-Defiant also appears to be having a tough time. Mid-cap partners analyst Charles Louis Planade told Reuters X-Defiant has seen lower than expected interest following a strong launch in May. IGN has asked Ubisoft for comment. The pressure is now on Assassin's Creed Shadows, due out in November to make a big impact on Ubisoft's bottom line. Ubisoft
Why are you holding the hat like that?
Because it's over, Ham. If you're counting on Assassin's Creed Yasuke, you cooked. Like, rest in peace. Rest in peace. These numbers are not going up. If you have money, go out and buy shares for Ubisoft as soon as Assassin's Creed Shadows drops, because the price is going to keep dropping, but I promise it'll go back up next year. But this year, it's only going down. It's only going down. Anyway,
Assassin's Creed
go ahead.
Shadows is going to do better than you think. Personally,
I think it's going to bomb. But go ahead.
I think it's going to do better than you think, because I think people are going to be loud and pissy about it when it comes out, right? As we expect.
Yes,
Black
yes,
man in
yes,
Japan, blah, 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 blah. And then they start seeing people play it, and they're like, yo, like, I can't do that in Ghost of Tsushima. That might change some minds. I bet you we see people that bitched about it playing it.
Yeah. Like, I know I'll play it, but I'll be shocked if it does numbers. I'm just being honest.
I think it's going to do numbers. I think it's going to do numbers. I don't know if it's going to satisfy Ubisoft now. I don't know that.
Or the shareholders.
Yeah. But, like, I think it's going to do numbers. I think it's going to do significant numbers compared to what else they dropped this year.
All right. But to the whole Star Wars affecting the stock prices of Ubisoft. What are your thoughts on that? Because you between the two of us, you've played the game. Is this warranted?
Yeah, it is. It's warranted to a lot of games that don't come out polished properly enough. I understand every game damn near comes out unfinished, right?
Yeah, these days that's what happens.
But to me, there's just like enough things kind of going on within the game to where I wouldn't personally advise somebody to go buy it. I would say play it on Ubisoft Plus or let it hang out for 3 to 6 months before you get it. Because I've had a lot of crashes in the game. Whenever I try to aim down sight with my blaster pistol, when I have the explosive round out, it crashes my game like almost every time.
Ooh.
Also, if you use left-hand mode, you try to hit the trigger. Like I said, it'll keep the example screen on while you're in the middle of lockpicking, so you can't get past it. Tragic. Also, for like if you have Ubisoft Plus and you're trying to play on Xbox and your PC, they tell you when you turn on the game that, hey, this is available, but it's not. You try to do it, you can't. And then there's some of the minor glitches within the game, like when you're supposed to be walking, you're sliding around, or you go to sneak up, or you bother a bunch of enemies and you hide in the bushes and they act like they can't find you. Like there's enough going on to that game where it just kind of might take you out of the moment.
The game.
Yeah. So it's just like, that's why I have tried to say repeatedly now, ever since it started happening, don't buy this game immediately. Play it on a subscription service or wait. It's a fun game. I'm enjoying it when it works properly. But when I have to say when it's working properly, that should be a red flag. You know what I'm saying? That should be like a fucking bright red flag.
Yep. Yeah.
He said
because my money was good.
Ham is lying.
When you charged me for the game.
Hold on a second. Jacob Novak says Ham is lying.
Who said you're lying?
Outlaws is good. I've herbally seen, or I've herbally sentenced Ham to 11 years plus 1 year in a asylum plus 2.5 billion USD to be fined. You are required to travel to, I'm guessing he meant to say France, to deliver the money. Oh my goodness. What the fuck did I do?
All right, he's messing with you. There's no way that
I know, asshole.
He is yanking your whole leg, bro. Like both legs. That's what's happening right now.
I'm falling down the mountain right now.
Otherwise, you get 100 quadrillion US dollar fine. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
is that a fucking number?
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are still awaiting Ham's special guest referee for today.
I didn't know that we were done already. Usually it's like a 2 to 3 hour podcast.
Because I knew Concord was going to be a banger. Because I mean, me personally, I have a lot to say.
Bro said he was going to be here at 4 o'clock Eastern, so that's like in 20 minutes. And he said he'd try to make he'd try to hurry up and get back. I tell you what, I'm gonna go on ahead and make Jacob Novak happy, and I'm also gonna make Loke a very happy fellow by abusing myself. By what you guys will unfortunately have to watch it in silence, but I'm gonna watch it with audio.
What is this?
The Minecraft trailer. Why are you clapping?
Go. Let's go.
Is that Jason Momoa?
Oh man, good time.
Is that Jason Momoa?
Watch it, bro.
No, answer my fucking question.
Yes, Ham. Yes, yes, it is.
Look at like I need to share my screen real quick. Hold on a second. Look at this shit,
dude. You're gonna get us.
What is this? What is this face right here? What is that face?
All right, if you're gonna pause it, that's fine. Just no motion. Don't make it move. Otherwise,
I'm just saying, what is this face? He looks like a young girl. What is happening here? I'm nervous. Thanks, Loke. A minute and 20.
You're not even
never get back. Let's go. All right, I'm assuming you guys can hear that, huh?
Bro, please tell me you're not playing the video. Okay. We can't hear it right now. Oh man, you know this movie is going.
I was turning it on so you guys couldn't hear the audio, but I could.
Okay. All right, finish it.
Oh no! What is this?
Yeah. I
just need to know why he looks like that.
Because it's 2024, Ham. Actually, 2025 because it's coming out next year. But yeah. I love the comments. What's it? Look, show this the tweet I sent you. It's hilarious. Okay, hold on. What tweet did you send me? Salblo sent me a tweet. What's this? You realizing what fun newly released sandbox shooter you can spend your Concord refund. Are these the guys that are making? Oh, okay. So Ham, tell us what do you think of the trailer?
I'm just confused.
Yeah.
I'm just genuinely confused. Like they didn't really say anything. They didn't really. It didn't seem like there was a plot so far.
It's Minecraft, dude. What plot are you gonna find?
Right. And I'm just like, how do they? And if there is a plot, how did they figure out one? Like, I'm interested to know this, but also after seeing that, I know that I'm going to take my daughter to go see that movie in theaters.
Exactly, and that's where I wanted to go with it. And
that's like kind of where it ends. Like, I'm not going there to see it for myself, really. I'm going a little bit. Actually, I'll say I am going there to see it for myself a little bit because I'm curious, how does somebody make a plot in a game that's open-ended like that? And minus the way that Jason Momoa looks, did they do the movie properly? Right?
Yes.
It did kind of make me excited to go see it, seeing Jack Black's there, because I'm like, okay, thank goodness. At least there's some sort of like reference that isn't freaking me out. Like, because Jason Momoa is freaking me completely out right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
That was a left field casting right there.
I'm interested to check it out for more or less for my daughter because she loves Minecraft. What?
Check that comment.
I seen
Check
it. That's
the comment
tragic.
on the screen.
Yeah, ET out Concord. Yeah,
dude.
But keep in mind,
ET crashed the gaming. ET crashed gaming in the 80s. Yeah, that was the game that. Oh my goodness.
But keep in mind, ET was allowed to stay out and continue to make sales while Concord. Sure, it wasn't gonna like just get 100,000 next week or something like that, but like it had the ability to get past ET eventually if it was.
Did it?
I think it was.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so. But that doesn't take away from the massive failure that it is. Just because, hey, this has the ability, because what I'm thinking is Christmas is right around the corner, and this game could have been purchased for Christmas for people, right? So I think just with that being said, it would have passed Atari's ET for total sales. But like I said, that's not me saying, hey, that means it's decent. Like, no, still fucking bad. It's just they pulled it at such a bad time too. To be honest, like 2 weeks.
Was there a good time, man? Was there a good time?
Man, I just think it's weird that like the game barely had enough time to really do anything at all. But the thing is, it was enough time to see how bad those numbers were and need to adjust immediately. I only commend Sony on saying we are planning on putting this back out in a different way. That's the only thing I'm commending Sony on. I'm definitely not commending on how they allowed this to happen. They allowed this to happen, and they deserved every bit of yuck that they got, because everybody that played it during the beta time, which even the beta when it was free wasn't popping. It wasn't popping back there. It had like 2,000, 3,000 players max at a time, which is awful.
Free.
Like, I don't know. Like everybody back then was telling you, yo, this game should be free. It's the only way you're going to attract people. Only way you can attract people is to make this game free. And they stood on business, and look at them now.
They're standing on nothing now, but that's besides the point.
No, they're actually losing more footing, right? Because they spent all this time in making the game just to put it out for 2 weeks and then take it back. So now you got to put more money in to then take away the price tag, right? And what I mean by spending more money is now you got to pay these developers to undo a bunch of work and turn and essentially make different pieces to the game as to like, oh, now you got to buy this skin. Now you got to buy that skin. Now there's a season pass that you have to do. That all costs money to make to make a bunch of people go in there and try to get it done especially if you're trying to get it done as soon as possible, because then you're trying to expedite it. That costs usually even more money, right? Yeah, I mean, do you want the Uber here when it's ready, or do you want it here now? That's going to be an extra little bit of money, right? To jump the line.
The way I see it, they should, they should scrap the online of the game.
Big Man Mo made a good point. Continue though, look. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
No, let's talk about Big Man Mo's point. Go ahead.
No, he made a good point because he said that's a lie. He's saying what Sony said was a lie. Remember, they said Faction is on ice for now. Just saying Concord is done. So he thinks Concord is completely dead. Do you think that, Luke? Do you think Concord isn't coming back?
I don't. Do you know why I think it's coming back? Because of the amount of money that was invested in him. It's 8 years and reportedly between 150 to 200 million dollars that was spent on this game. I think the reason why they pulled this back is because, and I have no inside information, I'm just guessing. I think what probably happened is that there was people within Sony, which is why remember when they announced it and they said it's going to be an online game with lots of story and campaign stuff. And we were like, that is an intriguing premise. Let's see how it works out. You know what I mean? Even I was like,
because I remember,
I'm interested.
You're right, Loke, because I remember saying, man, like the way that they're talking about this, I can't wait to hop in with my boys. And I was thinking we were going to get maybe a Destiny-like experience. And, exactly. and of course we'd get like maybe a Crucible on the side or something like that, right? So where we can PvP.
And no offense to Destiny, but remember, I was like, dude, imagine if Call of Duty was bought. Remember when Xbox bought Activision? I was like, damn, it would have been nice if Call of Duty was bought by PlayStation. Because can you imagine the storytellers of PlayStation with the gameplay masters of Activision? Can you imagine the campaigns we would get from PlayStation? They could give us proper 15, 20-hour meaty campaigns from Call of Duty.
Ain't hitting so hard anymore, is it?
Whatever. Point is, I need you to focus with me. Point is, when they announced this double-pronged attack of Concord, I was like, bet. I don't care about the online. I couldn't care less about the online. But as soon as they start rolling out the campaign story stuff, I'm going to install Concord on my console. What I think happened at Sony is that there was a team, right? Like a group, a leadership group that was like, Concord should be a campaign-focused game. And there was another leadership group that was like, Concord needs to be an online game only. And then someone else who was the senior of both was like, all right, let's put this together and roll out the online first, and then with time, finish up the campaigns. What I think is going to happen, and the reason why they're going to pivot, is the amount of money that was spent and this very quick withdrawal. A lot of people are looking at this and saying this is panicking. I don't think this is panic. I think this is organized by Sony and they know what they're doing. I think they're actually going to pivot. And I wouldn't be surprised within a year we hear that, all right, Concord's coming out, but now it's not an online game. Now you're going to have like campaign for each one of those characters, or we're going to have one campaign for one of those characters.
They ain't doing all that. I think they're going to turn it free to play, put season passes in it, put skins that you can purchase in it, and try to rethrow that bitch back in the water.
Oh man, that would be terrible. That'd be the worst thing they could do. That would be the worst thing they could do.
You might not be wrong. I like your idea. Right?
Would you not pay for that, Ham? Would you not pay for that?
I'd consider it, but
because you already know what the gameplay is like, Ham.
I do.
Imagine if they said, "All right, we're giving you a campaign."
The mechanics are nice in the game. The mechanics in the game are nice.
Now imagine
and here's why your thing would make sense. It would be more attractive to know where some of these characters came from and why they look the way they do.
Yeah,
because they all seem like aliens from all different sorts of planets, right? And yeah. I'm sure there's a little bit of lore in there, and I'm sure they do tell you, but like, it's a new IP, and what the actual game offers is kind of fun, but not fun enough to like attract a ton of people. So having those story pieces would be amazing, Loke, but I just don't think that Sony wants to spend that much money on something that they already lost so much money on. But here's the wild part, and it would go really good with what you just got done saying. I guess there's like, remember the new video game TV show that they were talking about at the Game Awards?
Yeah. Concord's there as well.
Yeah, there was supposed to be like a whole episode dedicated.
Anthology,
like
yeah.
Matt Likes Games told me that. I didn't even know it. Yeah. He told me that there was a whole episode that was supposed to be dedicated to that, and I'm just like, too bad we didn't see the episode before the game. That's kind of what I'm thinking personally. Well,
would have been nice.
Well, like to know the lore of the game. Like, I feel like a lot of these video games are doing this, like to where they, like Star Wars Outlaw. That I think that game would have blew up so much more if it had something good attached to it, like a good movie but they just had a shit show, Acolyte, that just fell.
Oh my goodness.
Right? So then adding a game that's not quite working completely properly isn't gonna help it. And it also goes for like Xbox and like Indiana Jones. Like I'm looking at Indiana Jones and I'm like, I'm excited to play that game. But to me, it would make more sense if they would have dropped the game when the movie came out last year. Right? I feel like
no. The movie was not well received.
It wasn't, right? You're right. But what I'm trying to say,
it's actually good that they're releasing.
Was good. It would have coincided so good if they came out with the game and the movie at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Sony kind of did that, right? They came out with the Last of Us TV show and remade the game, The Last of Us. Whether you think it was necessary to make the remake or not, you can't argue that that's a pretty fucking good timing.
Yeah.
The game, a brand new spanking version of the game, and the TV show right there with it.
Remember Fallout? Check how many people suddenly started playing Fallout 4.
New update for Fallout 76 with the TV show. And guess what? You can go on ahead and get that crazy ass ghoul in the game. Bam. That's perfect, isn't it?
It was nice.
Yeah, man.
It was very nice. Okay, I just want to address two specific replies here, correcting me and putting me in my place. Big Mad Mo says, "Look, shut up. PlayStation could barely afford Bungie." Yes, you're right. PlayStation could barely afford Bungie, and they still spent reportedly between 150 and 200 million on Concord. I'm not saying that they're swimming in money. I'm not saying they're swimming in money, but they're clearly not averse to making bad decisions, Big Mad Mo.
that who I think it is as your picture?
It is. It
is. you are
unnecessary violence. Unnecessary.
I want
this
violence.
Guy coming in walking with all
ways.
the stones in his hand.
Yeah, how you doing, Herman? How you doing today, Herman?
I'm good. Just getting home, coming back from a funeral service.
Oh shit.
Oh,
dearly departed Concord.
Oh, come on, man.
This guy. Are you serious? Dude, I was like, who died? Who passed away? Man, get this guy out of here. Get this guy.
Hey, don't worry. Concord ain't Jesus and won't rise in 3 days. I'll tell you that much.
In fact, it's offline.
Yo, Ham, I need to go.
It's buried in 3 days.
It's late, Ham. I need to go. So you guys have a nice end of the show. Bye-bye.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. You better stay in here, you piece of shit. You better take this. Take that. Take that.
Take that. Take that.
Listen, I make no coins off of PlayStation's like profits. So why should I be taking anything for PlayStation? Anyway, welcome in, J-Rock. How are you doing? What have you been playing this past week? Before we get
Thank
into
you. It's always an honor to be over here kicking it with you guys. All I've been playing recently is that Black Ops 6, baby. I've been playing Black Ops heavy.
What is it? Omni movement, right?
That so smooth, so sweet. Can't complain. I'm loving it so far. I'm loving it.
Good times. Ham, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Ham is very interested in dissecting this corpse of a game.
Well, first of all, look, you had the topic on here, so don't act like I came here only willing to talk about this. I'm a first. I was trying to bring up the main topic to what you wanted to talk about this, and then I'll go from there.
God damn it, Ham. I wanted to talk about this at the beginning of the show so we could get it out the way and keep it pushing.
Nah, dog. We got
Sony
here
so
with
this
us.
is all right. So this is from VGC. Sony is taking Concord offline, ceasing. Wow, I can't even read. Ceasing sales and offering refunds. The news follows reports that the PlayStation 5 and PC game may have sold as few as, count them, 25,000 copies across both platforms since its release on August 23rd. A quick FYI, ET on the Atari sold 26,000. The announcement was made in a PlayStation blog post by Ryan Ellis, game director at Sony's Firewalk Studios. Here is the quote. Concord fans, all 13 of them. We've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and passionate community. Passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we had intended. Therefore, at this point, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6, 2024, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately, and we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. For customers who have purchased a physical copy at a retailer location outside of PlayStation directly, please refer to the refund process of the retailer you purchased it from to obtain your refund. Concord. Okay, never mind. That's it. That's all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, okay. I got a question for you first, Sloke.
God damn it.
As
you had me all show. You only have a question.
As an IGN stan that you are, how did you feel seeing all these positive reviews for the game from your favorite website just to find out that it ain't shit?
To find out that what ain't shit, the website or the game?
The game.
Oh, I did not feel any sort of way because, like I've said to you several times, Sam, it's not the whole of IGN that gives Concord a 9 out of 10 or 5 out of 10, etc. It is a specific journalist that plays the game, reviews it for IGN, and then a specific editor also checks the review, and then it gets published. So
let me ask you this last piece then.
All right.
Do you agree or disagree with this being the same score as Starfield?
I hard disagree. Dude, I told you, for me, Starfield's a 9 out of 10. I've said this. I know there's people trolling that Starfield is not a game of the generation. Dude, by definition, it is. People abandoned Concord. 15 days later, people will be playing thousands of people will still be playing Starfield by the beginning of the next generation. If that's not a generational game, what is?
All right. Now I got to move to J-Rock. My only question to you is, what you got to say?
Man, and Ham, this goes back. Well, let's rewind, right? We were on podcasts like together for a few years ago, right? Is low? Right, a few years ago we was on a podcast together, right, Ham?
Yeah.
And I asked this question, right? When these live service strategies first came about, I said, how receptive will the PlayStation audience be to the strategy, right? And I said that because PlayStation spent a whole generation conditioning the fan base with a certain type of game, right? The third person over the shoulder, violent, sad dad games, right? So I said, this is what they expect. Prior to that generation, prior to the PS4 generation, if you look at the library that PlayStation offered of games, they were very diverse, right? You have everything from Twisted Metal, Parappa Rapper, so on and so forth, right? A wide range of games, from JRPG to Siphon Filter, so on and so forth. Great games, right? PS4 generation comes about, and they forget about everything else. They focus on this sort of games, and this was, many people will say the PS4 generation was their best generation overall. I'll disagree. I think it's the PS2, whatever. It's irrelevant. So when I heard this new strategy, I was like, I don't know how receptive the ponies are going to be to these games as a service, right? And we got our answer, huh? These people do not want to play these sort of games. These people do not want to play these sort of games, bro.
Well, I mean, but what do you got to say about like the whole support the dev kind of movement?
I knew they were being disingenuous from the beginning. That whole support the dev. When have PlayStation gamers really ever supported devs? Like that thing was only a propaganda made up, just like organic growth. And then we have the CEO talking about they're lacking organically grown games right now, right? Like all that is myth and propaganda that the ponies create and push around. They never really supported devs. I know this from the start. You could go back to Killzone.
Back on something you said, J-Rock.
Right.
Real quick.
Well, let me finish this point. Let me land the plane, right? You could go back to the games they want to bring back right now, right? Killzone wasn't supported. SOCOM, you get 2-3 million on that. Resistance wasn't really supported. Twisted Metal wasn't really supported. So all these games that they're clamoring about to bring back, they really didn't support the devs back then. It's just like rose-tinted glasses looking back like, that game was really lit. Yeah, but you didn't support it at the time. It was lit after the fact. But yeah, go on with your pushback.
You said that the ponies wouldn't be receptive to games as a service.
Mm-hmm.
With the Activision.
From Sony's first-person studios. Let me throw that in there.
Sorry?
From Sony's first-person studios. I know they play Overwatch and those other third-party service games. I know that for a fact. We see the charts.
That's what I was saying. That's what I wanted to say. And specifically, I wanted to also point out that although we might feel like the majority, people like us, we don't make up. Yeah, most gamers, and I know this offends a lot of people. Most gamers don't know and or care if a game is first party or third party.
No, they don't. Matter of fact, some of them don't even know the distinction. They just know whether or not the game is good.
Is it on my box?
Right.
Is it on my box? And
my friends
is it
playing
fun?
it? Yeah,
that is all.
That's it.
This business of Sony has no first party bangers in 2024. That only matters to the hardcore that make up, and I'm being generous, 30% of gamers on console. The vast majority, they just want to play games.
Yeah,
that is all.
Absolutely.
So
all right.
So that was my pushback to you, but obviously you just corrected or completed your statement, so no pushback on my end.
All right, so to continue, I got to ask you I want more of a serious answer out of you on this one, Herman. Okay, so if Herman Hulse got on the phone and just called you, J-Rock,
oh my god,
and said, "What do you think this stable needs?"
The stable.
What would be your answer?
Well, what the stable needs and what will be best in PlayStation's interests are two different things, right? So I'm from the ponies' perspective, the stables. What they want is traditional multiplayer games. That's what they want. They a lot of them are old heads, man. They 30 plus. So give them they clamoring for those 30 plus type of games, like 30 years ago type of games, bro. Like they want the traditional, they don't want the games as a service. They don't want the season pass. They don't want any of those things. They just want to have the single player and then a multiplayer mode that you can just click on in and you could play back like we did back in the 90s, early 2000s type of things. That's what they want. So if Herman was to ask me, I said, give them that. That will benefit both sides, the ones that are clamoring for multiplayer and the ones that want the single player bangers. But from PlayStation's perspective, that doesn't bring in the money though. The investors, the stockholders, there's no money in that. The only way you can make money off of the traditional thing is by making it untraditional. I mean, you got to add the microtransactions, the battle passes, the DLCs, the maps, all that's in modern gaming now.
Do you think Sony is gonna possibly pivot into possibly making some of their single player games with live service elements?
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what could possibly
like a hybrid approach? That's tricky. That is tricky right there, Ham, because is that truly at its core? What is it? Is it really a service game, or is it really a single player game at its core? That you're gonna have to balance that out.
I personally think, and I mean, this is probably going to cost too much money to do, but fuck it. people are still doing it, and I think they need to hop on the train as well. And as a matter of fact, I think we need to see more of this out of Microsoft, even though they've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see games that come with single and multiplayer, like they used to.
The traditional approach.
Like what a Halo is right now, what a Call of Duty is right now. You play a single player Call of Duty, and you're like, all right, I finished that. What do I do now? Multiplayer. But for like a game like Concord, Loke was talking about it earlier. He was hoping that when they take it offline, that when they bring it back, that they have a single player thing added to it.
Bring it back.
Come on now, J-Rock. Come on, man. Let me finish my
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm gonna be honest, it's too late for that, man.
Bring
it back as what? Bring it back as what? I want to hear it.
As a single player game.
As a
single player with the ability to play online.
And they're going to charge what? They're going to charge what are they going to charge? The $39.99, or because it's single player they're going to charge you $70?
I would rather they went the full 70 and give us all the campaigns, because if you remember at the beginning they did promise us campaigns for each of those characters as the seasons went on. I would rather they came out and said, all right, we've got one campaign, like one proper campaign for each of those characters. It's like maybe 6 hours long for each one of those heroes, and then the online part will function exactly like Overwatch. But when you buy the game for $70, I don't know how many heroes there are, but every single one of those has their own like story, background, or whatever, and actually do what Overwatch promised they would do, but till today hasn't done on either one of their games. Okay, I would be interested in buying that game.
You will be interested in it, Loke. But with the majority of gamers who already have a problem, remember, one of the main problems of this game was they didn't like the characters. They didn't feel connected. The character designs. And you're going to accept, you're going to upset a whole segment of the community, right? You already see it online who feel like, oh, the anti-woke mob is taking this as a victory. Well, what message would these developers send if they come back now with a single player and revamped all the characters? Right now, the character that transitioned, the trans character isn't trans anymore to appeal to the mob. The other characters have thongs because they need the sex appeal.
The black chick that's not. Wait, the black chick is not trans anymore.
No, I'm saying that when they redo it, right? She wouldn't be trans. She wouldn't be a trans character anymore, like they have.
No, I would suggest they maintain the backgrounds of these characters, because I think the flaw with Concord is because, one, the characters don't look great. Yes, no doubt, but because they don't look great, they absolutely needed more fleshing out of who they are and what they represent. If they had come out with the campaigns complete day one, I think this game would be more accepted, because then a lot of people this person that they say is trans, let's go see their story, even if it's just to troll. But I trust in PlayStation's storytelling chops that they'd be able to, by the end of the 6-hour campaign for let's say this trans character, for example, by the end of it, a whole lot of people that would not have identified with that person or with that character, a whole lot of people would look and be like, you know what, I'd like to play the online and keep playing this game. I'd be willing to take that bet. I might be wrong, but I'd be willing to take that bet. The problem is that they put ugly characters. I'm not trying to fight and say the characters look nice. They put ugly characters, and then they didn't give those characters character. Does that make sense? Because you can have an ugly character, but if they have character, that you can do anything.
What was
You just have to
what
look at.
was that that character's name in GTA 5? What was his name? The hillbilly one.
Trevor.
Trevor,
Oh,
right?
Trevor.
Ugly
Yes,
character.
yes,
Ain't nothing handsome about
yes.
Trevor, but he had character, like you say, right?
Exactly, exactly.
That people
So,
connected
it,
with and found adoring, funny,
yeah, humorous, funny,
humorous.
even like
Yeah.
when you
And
load from Franklin or Michael to
yes,
Trevor,
yes.
and then
Hmm.
he's sleeping on a bridge with diapers on. You're like,
Right.
dude,
What happened
what?
to him? Right. Yeah, exactly.
First, you'd laugh
Exactly.
your ass off,
Hmm.
and then you'd keep playing, and those little things would add up with time and make him
Absolutely.
endearing. So now, when you see Trevor, you're seeing more than just his face. And these characters, someone at the developer and someone at Sony should have been like, guys, it's going to be a struggle to get these characters to be loved. So instead of promoting or first going with the online, let's give them the story. Let's give them the stories. Let's give these characters character. Let's give them a background. Don't just write a wall of text. It's 2024. No one reads anymore. I write memos at where I work. No one reads anymore. That's all I wanted to say.
Mm. But Ham, to answer your to answer your question, right? If Herman called me and asked what the stables would want, it would probably this is basically what you want, a traditional multiplayer and campaign. And you know what's crazy, to their credit, people talk about Activision a lot, right? And these Call of Duty studios, but to their credit, they do deliver campaign, multiplayer, and still do a battle royale. They still do a traditional multiplayer for those that like it. They do a battle royale for those that like it, and do a campaign for those that like campaign. They even put a
True.
zombies mode. Like,
With
you
the
gotta
campaign
appreciate
in the zombies mode.
and the zombies have their own camp. Bro, like, these people are talented. People could say whatever they want, rinse and repeat, whatever, whatever. But the amount of work that goes into that is astounding.
Ooh, Fuzzy
Ham.
Fuzzy Tomato says something pretty interesting. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So shout out to Fuzzy Tomato. Going ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Please subscribe. But anyways, Fuzzy Tomato says they were planning weekly cutscenes. Nothing playable. Zero chance they add a campaign. And that's kind of how I feel, Loke. It's like, if you didn't have any campaign now, how are you? How do you think you're gonna reintroduce the game? Like, not saying that it's bad, because I think if they added a campaign, it'd be like, finally, you gave me a reason to play this game without having to have my boys on, right? Which is like, which is something that makes like a game like First Descendant so good. I don't need anybody, but it's nice when I got them, right? This game is just like, all right, well, not only do I kind of miss my boys, but I also need every other motherfucker around here to be playing a game, or else I can't play this.
And it's so hard to add bots to an online
and you're
game.
asking me to spend money for it. So now that you figured out that that doesn't work, you're somehow gonna just whip up a campaign. like I don't know, bro.
Right.
Like, how do you just go whip up some more levels? like
right,
shit that takes years.
And that
right?
goes back to this, Ham. Like, that's gonna take years of development. Who is funding? You already returned back the $1 million you made, right?
Come on, man, stop it.
This is 8 years of development, even though the studio's been in existence for 6. They're talking about the planning stages for this game, right? 2 years prior to the actual opening of the studio, so 8 in total, whatever. 8 years. Were you gonna add another 4 to make a campaign?
To
make a campaign that may hit,
mil, bruh.
Right, that may hit, because once the stigma's out there, Concord is the biggest flop in gaming history, right? Whoa. You're gonna be like, whoa, we're gonna reserve Concord, but now it's in a different flavor. Like, nah. I don't see it.
Look, this goes back to what we've talked about many episodes ago. First impressions matter.
And if you remember, maybe we was in the show together. We were talking about Redfall and the 60 frames coming later on, and they asked me about it. And I said, listen, by the time 60 frames hits the game won't matter. And people disagreed with me. No, it's gonna. And look what happened. The 60 frames came. It didn't matter because the first impressions are everything. You're not attracting that fan base. By the time it hits, nobody's there to enjoy it.
Yeah,
I do plan on playing Redfall eventually, though.
Ron listed a bunch of games right here. He said he's just saying Microsoft had many flops, which is true. I mean, all of these gaming companies have a ton of flops.
Many flops, right?
If you look at them, I mean, Nintendo, by God,
no one is betting 1,000.
They got a lot of shit, dude. They might be running the country right or running the world right now, but they you're gonna get shot if you're in the military eventually.
If we want to count games,
you're gonna eventually get hurt.
And if we count games that were published but not the studio not owned, but just published games or games that were invested into heavily, Lord, the list of flops from all three camps is astronomical.
Oh, facts. Yeah, Ron says no company is safe. No, it isn't. And that's why the beginning of every generation is so crucial, because we've seen what happened to the Wii and then the Wii U. It didn't matter what the fuck the Wii did. It didn't matter. It flopped. But anyways,
and you know what's crazy? Some of the Wii U games that got ported over to the Switch were successful, and people were like, "Oh, this shit is fire!" But when it was on the Wii U, nobody wanted to play them.
No, because nobody wanted the console.
Yeah.
But he says Redfall, Crackdown 3, Minecraft Legends, Bleeding Edge, Crossfire X, and those are all games that got better as the game already released.
Yeah,
those are all.
I enjoy it.
All those games did better than Concord on release.
Why you do that? Why you bring that back up in this conversation?
I'm just saying.
Because
it's true though.
It is the main topic.
My man earlier on the show said ET did better, and ET is in the buried out in Vegas, like buried out.
Yeah, ET caused the gaming crash. That's the context. Like video games would be ending if we were counting on Concord right now. It is what it is. God damn it!
Y'all so foul for that. I mean, Suicide Squad is on its last, but what's to say? So I'm gonna ask you this as a broader question, J-Rock, because I asked Loke this question a little bit earlier. Chat, please chime in if you guys feel necessary. Because I mean, Ron is killing it right now. He's saying things in the chat, and it's kind of bringing ideas to my head as for questions. But he mentioned Suicide Squad and Skull and Bones, and he said those are next on the list of, like, you know, start digging the grave, bros are about to heal over. But
X Defiant as well.
Oh yeah, and X Defiant as well. Make some room. The cemetery is getting big. So what I'm kind of, I guess you can kind of probably see where I'm angling the question at. What do you kind of think of all these live service games, and like, where does it stop, or how do they pivot, or, you know, I mean, because I think, because if I can, I'm gonna give my opinion real quick, because what I'm seeing and thinking is there's nothing wrong with live service per se.
Nothing
spending
wrong.
More money as you continue to play a game. We've all grown up playing DLCs,
bro. And let's be honest, Ham. When we was younger, if somebody pitched us a live service game, it would have been a dream for us. You imagine back in the days when they pitched us a live service Mass Effect game that would continuously exist in the Mass Effect universe and continuously get updates, and we could fly out to Andromeda with Commander Shepard after he defeats the enemies and everything like that. We'd be like, oh, hell yeah, we get to meet different aliens too. Yo.
So while you're saying that right there, let me go on ahead and just flat out ask the question. What do you think live service needs to continue? Because I eventually think I don't think people are going to love to hear this, but I eventually think live service is going to be just video games. All video games are going to be pretty much live service.
Yeah.
Eventually. Maybe we can't see it right now, but like I think a lot of these games are going to figure out a way for you to, it doesn't cost as much, and then you realize over 5 years you paid way more. Right? This is only $2.99 right now just to get in the game, and I can play this level, and I could beat the game, not knowing that they got 5 other levels ready for you to spend another $15.99, and then they're just gonna keep doing that shit to you. But I'm getting away from the point. How do you think live service needs to pivot, bro?
No, listen, I agree with you. Live service is here to stay for the foreseeable future. Why? It's just so much money in it, right? It's just when you have these big conglomerates and shareholders, and everybody wants, Phil Spencer's favorite word now is growth. And
yeah, they call it growth, right?
Yeah. We need more growth. Everybody's looking for growth. Like, what could you really do with the traditional model to please these corporate suits and the shareholders? The only thing really you can do is like increase the prices and just push back on $70 already. And I know people are talking about GTA 6 could cost $100, $200, and people will buy it, but not every game is GTA 6. And the problem we're seeing already this generation is that you got games that have no business costing $70, thinking that they're $70 type of games, right? Like once you pass that threshold and put it out there, we could charge them $120 for the base game, and people will buy it. Everybody's gonna start doing that, and that would really lead to the collapse of gaming. So I agree with you. These games as a service games will be here to stay for the foreseeable future. Why? Because there's just so much money in it. What can they do? Innovate. I mean, right now, name me the genre of live service games that are successful.
I mean, right now, I think the most successful,
like the top 5 mega
hits. The most successful type of live service game to me is something, and I could be completely off base, but I'm just speaking from my perception, is something like a Destiny, Anthem, First Descendant kind of thing, where you just keep going, but the tricky thing with that is then they have to keep giving.
Yeah.
Compared to something like Concord, right? To where their expectation is, we'll give you a few things every once in a while, but for the most part, you're just going to keep playing the same thing over and over. And that's
pretty
the
much.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Overwatch is right now.
That's Overwatch. Yeah.
Eventually, I mean, that's what Call of Duty is if you take away the campaign. So, I mean, all right. Here's another question, and
they're gonna have to innovate, Ham. Somehow, some way, just innovate. Maybe But when you say an RPG, that's pretty much an MMO.
Right. So obviously like a World of Warcraft.
Right.
Final Fantasy 14. Shit like that.
Yes, things like that, man.
Loke's talking about it right now. Quidditch. Sports games in fact. Fuck, man. When are they gonna like right now? I think sports games has it as good as you can get it.
Proper made.
They have it made because every year you need something. They have the live service in there already. They have a way that you need something. Do you want something to happen quicker? Bet. I got you. Right?
You know what's crazy, man?
Making 3-pointers.
They have a campaign that's directly attached to the live service.
Yeah.
2 different types of campaigns. My team and and my player, my career or whatever. Two different types. Like and then Madden, and then they're putting an extra layer with college football there too. Like, bro, these the sports side of gaming are hanging out in fucking, like, I don't know, they're kicking back with their feet up in Maui, sipping cocktails. Every year. Every year. They're like, GTA, that's cool. We're going to see them every year. Are you going to have another GTA next year? Nah.
That's what I was going to get to. That's what I was going to get to, Ham. That's what I was just about to get to, Ham. I said I'm shocked. None of these companies have tackled on one of the most popular modes of GTA currently, which is the GTA RP mode, right? The role-playing mode that everybody on, that when you go on streaming, right, on TikTok and whatnot, everybody's just doing GTA RP, right? Like, everybody is on those servers. I'm shocked nobody came out or tackled that and be like, listen, we have this official GTA-like simulation for you guys, right? Where you could make up your own crew. And we bring elements of GTA San Andreas where you could have turf wars, right? You could be a drug dealer. You could be a club owner in the Dominican Republic if you want, or Puerto Rico, or whatever, because that's what they do on these servers, right?
Right.
These servers are insane, and they're raking in a whole bunch of money. I am shocked that none of these companies are seeing it and be like, you know what? We need a GTA type, one of those GTA type games like that, which is a live service.
It takes a lot of money to build a GTA, bro.
It does, but that's the golden goose right there, in my opinion.
That's money that's going towards potential,
right?
And that potential is I mean, it's already asking to be tapped.
And you need the attention. Like, the attention to detail got to be there. You could launder money through the laundromat or the banks. You could hook up with these people that's creating other businesses and fronts and become a car dealership, whatever. Because even there's elements of Starfield, right? The economy, like when you build stuff and you have traders coming in from different planets, landing there, taking off with goods and this. Why can't you do that with a GTA style game?
And think about how you could connect, how somebody could be so enthralled into that game that when you go to a local, like, come and go or something like that, just using your app from your phone. Just using your app on your phone could possibly be connected with getting you some sort of RP credits.
Crazy.
Like the way that you could spread out this game, because I mean, we already see it with Pokemon going to McDonald's. Like, motherfuckers will go round and round in that fucking drive-through until they get the shit that they want. So it's just like, so it'll be interesting to see how a game of this nature that has so much money behind it. I mean, what did they spend? Like, what was it? Like, what, $1 billion, $2 billion on GTA or something like that? Some crazy number. That
$2 billion.
$2 billion, which is nuts.
$2 billion.
To think about the stuff that they could do outside of the video game in reality that we all see and we go to and see places and whatnot. We go to a Walmart and get some sort of fucking credit by, like, just like,
bro, they could even
with our receipt or something.
You know how they want to bring advertisements into video games, right?
Absolutely.
Why can't they hit up Walmart and be like, listen, we're going to feature you in our game. Matter of fact, the players are going to go in there and whatnot, and you could have product placement and deals, live billboards and stuff like that. Make it like it is in real life.
Walmart would be like, we're a good Christian company. We don't believe in that.
We're not going to do it. Listen, of course. we're not having shootouts in Walmart.
I don't even think they sell CDs with I'm not sure if they do now.
But you get what I'm trying to say, Ham. You know, they could do stuff like that with companies.
Oh yeah, big time. big time. But like, all right, look, what do you think about that same thing? Like, what's the potential with like live service and stuff like that? Do you think, like, obviously a lot of these games are trying to do kind of, they're just copying each other, right? And they're failing.
Pretty much,
right?
Yeah.
They're just copying each other. Oh, this company did this well, but we did that well, but we're gonna try what they did. You know, and it's failing repeatedly. Like what kind of games do you think could be a like do gas games need to reach out and try to become it to? Like, do you think
I'm the last person you want to ask, because I hate games as a service games.
Sure, but I'm asking you as a
well, no, matter of fact, you're the perfect person to ask, since you hate games as a service. What will they have to do to get you in to these type of games?
So going back to your example of Mass Effect, instead of getting a Mass Effect that takes the gameplay of Mass Effect, and then I have to replay the same arena so I can get another skin, I don't care about a skin. I don't care. Now, if you take AI that understands the Mass Effect lore, and then you give me a live service game where I essentially play the first contact
wars
between Earth, between the humans and the Turians. I'll participate. I'll play that live service. Give me some very nice and sleek cutscenes. Give me lots of dialogue options in that specific war.
Well, how about if you had to work for CSEC to build up the credits to own your own ship before you actually take off into space? Will you be interested in something like that as well?
That's fine. What I don't want is repetitive gameplay in the same arena doing the same things for me to achieve, for me to get another skin. Like this example that you gave of coming up with the scratch for my ship, the activity that is going to get me this money better not be in the same arena.
Right. You're not going to the same cave, killing the same enemies over and over and over.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Now, if you're telling me, Loki, you're going to be a bounty hunter looking for aliens on Earth, and the maps are randomly generated of like the terrain, the time of day, the aliens themselves, the dialogue.
You're just a CSEC officer, and you're patrolling and you're breaking up crimes that could happen randomly generated by an AI.
Those crimes better not be the same, etc., etc., etc. So as it is right now, my big problem with games as a service is that I'm doing the same thing again and again and again. And I only accept doing that at work, which that's not really what I do. But anyway, even if I did do it at work, at least I'm getting paid. And at the gym, where it's the same movements that I'm making with my body, but I'm getting something in return, something that I value. I don't value skins. I don't value outfits. I don't care. I'm a typical Sony pony that they say. I like me stories. I like me dialogue. I like variety in what I'm doing and engaging in. I only have about 2 hours a day to play video games per day. I'm not about to waste it playing the same maps, shooting the same people just to get skins. Getting different sprites, different pixels on the screen. Fuck that. Fuck that.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I had about that.
Yeah. So what will you do? What will you do, Ham? What will you do to innovate this games as service? Because we both agree that it's not going anywhere, despite the failures.
Okay. So what I do personally, like, and this is like investment ham. All right. So like this has nothing to do with the gamer and what I would personally want, right? This is what I would do if I was like, you know, a publisher or something like that. This is what I would give a shot to. With new IP, I would try to make platformers. I would try to make your Souls games. I would try to make your roguelikes. I would try to make every type of game into a live service game. And I'd figure out a way in which for each game, I mean, they already kind of do it kind of with DLCs and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
But to me, I think it'd be better to sell the game at like $20.
Mm-hmm.
And then hit you with the first 5 levels and just leave you in awe. Tell you it'll be another $10 for another 3 to 5 levels, and it'll last you several hours. I'm hoping like at least like 10 hours worth of game, right? And just keep doing that. That way I'm not over investing in a shit game.
All right.
I'm only making the first piece in like a half, maybe the whole first 2 pieces. But you only get this piece. It's not too expensive for you to buy in, but at the same time, it's not too expensive for me either, because I'm not because I'm cutting these games a little bit shorter. And even Sony has talked about that in their whole Insomniac thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make the game shorter and charge them $50. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. But to me, I would go even further and make it cheaper. We want everybody in this. Oh, you want 1 billion gamers? You better make that bitch cheap. Am I wrong? Because the more expensive it is to access, the less likely you're just going to get somebody that's just bored and wants to buy it.
And the thing is, it goes back to conditioning, right? The new generation of gamers, and this is another thing we got to touch on, man. We're not the generation that these companies are catering to anymore, focusing on. We're about to receive. Some of us are already receiving pensions. Looking for retirement homes, and listen, they're not focused on you, man. And the newer generation are growing up on what? Games as a service, free to play games. These games that don't cost. Like, that's the new generation of gamers that they got to focus on for the future of their business. Like, it's not the 30-plus-year-olds anymore. Like, we got to let that go. We got to come to the realization that, like, we're not the audience for that no more, man. We're really not. Like, we're not. They got to focus on the future generation as a business. Everybody's doing it, and this is why Nintendo is perfectly positioned. Because what does Nintendo do? They cater to what? Kids. They cater into every new generation that comes up.
Yeah.
Period. That's why they're in the driver's seat right now. That's why they're chilling. Now you guys figure it out. We good.
Okay, Loke. Anything else?
I'm done talking about Concord. I'd like to not talk about Concord for the next 30 days, Ham. Can we not talk about Concord for the next 30 days, please?
I don't know. All right, how about this? Anytime you bring up Metal Gear, I'm bringing up Concord.
Oh, fuck off.
You only got 48 more hours to go, man, for Concord. And you won't hear from it for a very long time.
Let's go. There's still some more. Oh, man. Friday will probably... I'm curious to hear what Matt and Cozy are going to say about it. But yeah, man, for me, I never jumped on Concord when it first came out. I was just waiting on the campaign, like I said earlier on. And
I do got a question. I just want to
say, hold on before you get there. I just want to say for the people because I remember a lot of people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be celebrating the failure of Concord."
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, when Redfall was failing, no one said that.
Mm-hmm.
None of y'all said that when Redfall was failing. And second, if we can celebrate games, right? If we can celebrate games, which is what a lot of us do. A lot of us, like right now, Black Myth, Wukong, everyone is either posting gameplay or just gushing about, oh my God, it's so amazing. I played it for 6 hours and I also think it's amazing. If we can celebrate games, we should be able to shit on games. Otherwise, no more if you can't shit on games, I don't want to hear one more person tell me that a game is good. Just shut up about games. Just play the games. Don't share anything, positive or negative. Just shut up. Because if we can't, I can't live in a world where we can't slag off games. I can't live in a world like that where we can only be positive and, oh, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is awesome. That's not true.
Right.
It's not true.
That's it. Gaming is the only medium that people are like that. Like we shit on everything else, right? We shit on restaurants. We write the reviews. Yep. We shit on airlines. Oh no, you're taking Spirit, man.
Yeah.
We shit on clothing.
I'm not even in America. J-Rock, I'm not an American. I don't live in the US. I know from the amount of jokes I've seen, whether it's movies, TV shows, stand-up, even I know Spirit is terrible.
Right.
Even I know that.
Listen, man, we shit on it. We shit on food all the time. We shit on each other. Listen, even culture, we shit on each other's cultures all the time. Hell, even religions, politics, movies, you name it, people.
You should come here on Mondays. You should come here on Mondays. We talk about all of that. Taye says the problem isn't really not being allowed to talk about bad games. The problem is wanting a game to fail. Taye, you should be able to root for a game to fail, bro. What are we talking about? Because let's think about this logically. Take your emotions out of this, Taye. Take your emotions out of this. Video games, right? Culture. They are pieces of culture and art, and they impact people. The games that are most propagated actually impact culture. And if there's a piece of culture that you personally disagree with, you're allowed to not want that to be propagated.
We do it with music.
Do that. Exactly. I don't want the music. Remember that rap song about, remember that chick?
I don't want Sexy Red to be successful.
Right. Yeah, I was just gonna name it, bro. I was just gonna listen. I want Sexy Red to be successful. Why? Why not?
But does that make us?
Music benefits our people. That's why.
But J-Rock, if we were white guys right now, if all three of us were white people, they'd be calling us racist. For saying that this specific artist is not promoting anything beneficial to anyone.
Right.
You know, everyone should have the right to support and also deride whatever it is that they agree or disagree with respectively. That's what I feel like. Because as soon as you start saying that you cannot say that you disagree with something, that you don't want something to exist. I'm not saying go out there and burn down studios or whatever. But you should be able to say,
there's more serious things in this world, right, that people cheer on to fail. Like leaders, world leaders of countries. Even if it means that country will suffer, be like, fuck them. I don't like this individual politician. I don't like this individual leader of this country, whatever. I hope they fail. I hope everything becomes a
when
disaster.
Trump was in office, most everybody in America wanted him to fail.
Everybody that voted for this person suffers the consequences of voting. I hope the whole shit burns down. There's people like that out here.
Same with Biden. Like if Kamala Harris ends up being the president, all these Republicans out here will want her to fail.
Right.
Even though they're living in
the
country that she's
they will do things
running
on purpose to make it fail. Like, we're not.
You can't probably try to sabotage her as well.
Right. It would be like health benefits for all. Now, fuck that. Let that shit fail. Like, ain't nobody getting that. What? You're like, damn, but that's gonna benefit the American people. It doesn't matter. We want her to fail. It don't matter. Listen, it's like that, bro. That's the reality of things.
Entire saying, I'm sure oldies didn't want Park to be successful. Music changes didn't want white people to fail. Wouldn't want jazz to fail. Why? Just because you don't like it, it's not for you. You can coexist. Taye,
bro,
it goes back to the conversation.
You had the government literally do like operations to take down jazz musicians because they wanted to fail.
Yes, yes, and it goes back to what I said on Monday, Taye. No matter what you personally try to do, the cream will always rise to the top, brother.
Okay, Randy Savage. Okay.
They tried to destroy they tried to destroy Black Myth Wukong. As soon as Black Myth Wukong was announced, they tried to paint it in mud. They failed. The mainstream tried, some gamers tried, they failed.
They failed with Harry Potter.
Because simple. And then also what happened with Concord? They tried, as is their right, they tried to uphold Concord, to make Concord look like the best thing that's ever happened to gaming. They tried so hard. But rubbish is rubbish. And the people will always move forward with what's right, and they will always throw away what's wrong. Obviously,
at the end of the day, yeah, absolutely.
But in the average,
at the end of the day,
on average, that's what happens.
People will talk.
Yeah. So that's why it's important for us to express how we feel, because the truth will always come out, brother. Oh my God, get out of here,
bro. There's people that want games. Hey, we could talk about games as a service. I know a lot of people that want every games as a service to fail. Why? Because they hate that model of games. They want to go back to the traditional way of things, right?
I'm one of them.
I'm telling you, there's people out there that would cheer for that. Like, yes,
dude, I'm one failed.
Of them. I can't wait until this fab is over with. Like, there's people out there like that.
J-Rock, if tomorrow they announced every games as a service is dead, now it's all just single player campaigns, I'd be out there swinging my pom-poms. I'd be happier than a pig.
There's millions of people like that. There's millions of gamers just like that.
But we're not the majority. So what happens? The games as a service keep coming out and they keep making bank. It is what it is.
Because the future generation love it.
But I'm still allowed to say I want them dead. The games, I mean, not the people. The games. The games.
Right.
Jeez. Right. Yeah. Oh, when it gets personal, it gets weird, man. It gets weird.
Anyways, yeah, that's my last word on the whole Concord thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can want a game to fail and still want people that work there to still have a prosperous life.
Right.
Like, I mean,
I don't even know who made the game.
Yeah. We don't know fucking Jim Nance that works fucking, on the fucking, level design
right.
of this game. We don't know this person. We're not wanting them to fail. We want this fucking IP out of here.
We want this genre out.
You know how many people want Call of Duty out of here?
Just a lot.
Just get caught.
There are people that play it every day that want it out of there.
Yeah.
FIFA. Oh my God.
FIFA, 2K. Dude, I was ready to throw 2K off a fucking cliff last night.
Yes.
But guess what? I'm turning on 2K25 today.
Right now.
I'm on the next one.
Hoping it's different.
Come on, man. We need to be able to disagree, guys. We need to be able to disagree. It's not yet a communist world. When it becomes that, and we all have to think the same, and it's now a crime against the government to think different. Sure, Taye. When that day comes around, I will bend the knee.
You remember that movie,
then,
I
Equilibrium?
love that.
yes,
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes,
With Christian Bale, the gun,
Yeah.
the
yes,
gun
Gun Kata.
Yeah, gun kata. Love it. I love that shit, dude. When he slid into the room right at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be."
Yeah, that movie was fire.
That shit was wild. He slid on that fucking door like a fucking like he was surfing some waves and just let everybody in that room know he was there.
Crazy.
You know what? When I'm done with this pod, I'm going to watch Equilibrium. Thanks.
Bro,
Thanks
just you can hear him all whispering.
Yeah.
I can't see him. And all you see is gunfire.
And flashes.
Hard.
Crazy.
Flashes of the muzzle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie was fire.
Oh my god, this is the problem with gamers.
The reflection on his face. That shit was
Ty, are you even from our generation, bro? Are you even from our generation? I remember playing Metal Gear in the 90s and people being crapping all over it.
Oh man, bro,
cool.
you could pull up the videos now.
I was one of the people.
Adam Sessler. You remember Adam Sessler used to roast Metal Gear all the time.
And all it's fine. It's fine. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is the type of stuff, fam. This is the type of stuff a guy would be like, you know what? I only date black girls. And then someone else would be like, oh, you're racist. You don't date white girls. It's like, bro, can I not like what I like?
You have your preference, yeah.
Jeez. My preference is that live service should not exist. Tough tits.
Mm-hmm.
Tougher for you than us.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the way of the future.
And I've made peace with that. I've made peace with that. I keep seeing live service after live service. And I'm like, oh, again. All right.
It's money,
right,
bro.
cool,
Money.
Cool.
Money talks.
Wow. Tanye with the wild
wow.
right there.
Wow. Okay, Ty. All right.
Just because
we'll see you on Monday.
We believe criticism is cool.
No, just because we are at peace with people disagreeing with us. I guess it says something about him. Anyways, that's all I have to say about the whole Concord thing. Rest in pieces. You think it's what? It's trolling? Probably.
Yeah, he's
probably.
Trolling. He's trolling.
Vincent Vega, appreciate you, man. Have a good one. Ham, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all set,
just
man.
about ready to go watch Equilibrium.
Same.
Hold on. Let me follow J-Rock because I've seen him around, but I was just like, this guy is like a super freaking Xbox fan. Fuck this guy. But now after talking to him, I didn't block you, J-Rock. I didn't block you, but I was like, nah, fuck this guy. And now,
but be honest, you was about to block me.
Who?
You was about to block me. You thought about it.
No. I don't.
That means I got to step my game up.
I don't block people. Usually, I just mute people. But you, every time I see your comments, I'm like. You take out like one good comment and I'm like, oh, okay, awesome, I'll like it. And then there's like 3 very messy tweets and I'm like, this motherfucker again. And I'm like, you know what? Go in peace. Jesus bless you. And then you comment again and I'm like, bro, what? And then like next day or the next week, he'll say something concise and I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? He's not terrible.
Listen,
so
Twitter is not the place.
We've spoken.
Twitter is not the place to be concise and man. Twitter is a cesspool, man. I just listen. I just roll with it, you know. I just have fun with it. Twitter's not a place for all that, man. Let's be honest. That's not the platform for. That's not the platform for it. You could go anywhere. You could go. Sports Twitter is toxic. Political.
Look at the owner of Twitter
bro. The owner is toxic. You go to political Twitter is toxic. You go to pro-black Twitter is toxic. Pro-white Twitter is toxic, bro.
It's all toxic.
It's all toxic, bro. It's all toxic. So fuck all that. I just have fun.
Even Metal Gear even Metal Gear. Got into a couple of groups of Metal Gear super fans. I left. I left the groups. I was like, what? People are fighting over useless stuff. People just looking to fight.
Yeah. No, but man, listen, if we all get together like in an event or conference and we chop it up, listen, we have more things in common than differences. We prefer one box over the other, but it's never that serious anyway. At the end of the day, it's all about games anyway, and having fun with it, having these type of discussions when it comes down to it, really.
Right.
All right. So before you hop on out of here, also quick one, J-Rock. People like to say I'm the pony here, but I'm actually going full PC. I'm going full PC soon. Just a quick FYI there.
Why are you making that change to PC?
Because it's where everything's at.
Better bang for your buck.
Not just better bang for my buck, but I got tired when the Metal Gear collection got announced, and then Metal Gear, the first collection came out, and I bought it on PlayStation, and then I saw what was on it, and then I started talking to PC guys, and they're like, "Wow, you console plebs." And then I was like, dude, didn't you just buy this as well? And they were like, no, we already bought Metal Gear, and everything that you got on your PlayStation 5 right now, we've had it when we bought it the first time on PC. And I was like, oh, so when the PlayStation 7 comes out or the PlayStation 6 come out, and I want to go through the nostalgia, because I don't hoard consoles. I sell my consoles off. Or I give them to my kids. It's like a light bulb went out. Okay, so when the PS6 comes out, if I want to replay Metal Gear, I'm probably going to have to buy it again.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so if I want to buy a game and just be done with it, I've bought it, I have to go to PC. And that goes not just for PlayStation, but for Xbox as well. So that's the one.
Xbox
that's the one
is begging
platform.
that you do that.
Okay, that's the one platform where if you buy something, you own it, and that's it. You just have to upgrade your hardware. And as time goes by, you have to upgrade your hardware less and less and less, because of so much focus that's being put on live service games and so few AAA games that have high focus that are a single player.
Yeah, man.
So
the biggest
Microsoft's like, you bought a PC, we got so many more subscriptions for you now.
Hey, Gabe is a happy guy, man. Gabe Newell is a happy guy, man. He's winning. He's really winning. He's getting more people over to Steam. Steam has you could build, basically Steam is crazy because Steam, you could build your own rig, you could build your own hardware, right? And now they even offer you handheld with the Steam Deck. So you can play those games on the go. Gabe has figured it out.
That's a big.
Gabe has figured it out.
Big plus. Yobi, I don't mind. I don't mind in 2027 not being able to boot up Metal Gear, and all I have to do is like look up a YouTube guide, and then someone's like, "Yeah, all you have to do is do this and that and whatever," and now you now have Metal Gear again. Versus, buy it again.
Right.
For me, it's easier. It's easier. Quagmire's right. PC for the win.
Yeah.
I've made peace with it, guys. I'm happy you're going full PC. You could tell the times you was a pony, was stressful. All right.
Man.
J-Rock, please, before we hop on out of here, plug your stuff. Tell people where they can find you, what you're up to, etc.
First, y'all make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new.
Hit the like button, subscribe.
But yeah, go on ahead. My bad.
For more of these conversations on this channel. Great conversation, by the way, guys.
Please.
But man, I know Ham is probably gonna plug it in later, but they can always find me on Twitter, man. If not, they can find me on random podcasts like this, or the Dragon's Den, or WBG from time to time, and Boomstick. So I appear for here and there, but mostly on Twitter.
All right, good stuff. Hamothy, Plug.
I'll see y'all tomorrow when I stream some college football live. Going further in my career with Antonio Brown as head coach.
You playing for Florida State?
No. He's the head. He's the head coach for Florida State's in shambles right now.
They're down bad. They down bad.
They are down horrendous. Like they couldn't. Like 2024 is not their year.
No.
Like this entire year has been just horrible for the program and everything. Like, it's or at least a football portion of it, at least, right?
Yeah.
But damn. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be playing College Football 25 tomorrow on stream, around 8:30 Eastern time. Got 2 games I'm going to be playing with my Wyoming squad, Antonio Brown as head coach. Right now we're 4-2, loss versus Air Force on a fucking blunder at the end of the game, and versus Arizona State as well. But I'm Wyoming. It's our first season. I ain't recruited shit yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just Herman Holston it.
It's Wyoming. No one's coming.
Not my fault.
To play.
It's not my fault. Somebody will come.
No
I'm gonna recruit the right team or the right people. You wait. We're gonna be number one.
You couldn't get a Senegalese running back if you like. No one's coming. It's fine. Like hungry children in Africa would look at your team and be like, "Nah, I'm straight.
Nah, we good.
It's
we
all right.
good.
Leave me. You wait. I'm gonna hit you up when I'm in the top 10, sucker. When I make that college football playoffs, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Got a whole thing.
Call me and on the live, Ham. Call me and I'll hop on.
I wonder which one I'll do first. Get there or you 100% Elden Ring, bitch. Which one is gonna happen first? Look at you sweating now.
All right.
Look at you sweating.
All right. Yeah. So as Ham said, tomorrow he'll be. Dude, that's a low blow. It's not necessary. Tomorrow, Ham Solo will be streaming college football. Make sure to come through. Friday, we've got our big podcast featuring me, Ham Solo, Cozy Beluga, Matt Likes Games, Mental Niner, and our special guest for this week, Cult Classic Cage. I will be DMing J-Rock to see if he can come through on one of these Fridays with his camera on. We'll see.
Definitely.
Saturday, Kalela plays streams.
No, it's just Kalela.
Halo.
She does not like the plays part. She only put that on there to get her Twitter handle because Kalela.
All right, Roger. All right, so really Kalela will be streaming Halo ranked. So make sure you come through. She's pretty good. She's better than me and Ham combined. So make sure you come through on Saturday.
Relax.
Sunday we're off, but on Monday it's everything plus gaming with me and Ham and Tae, who was trolling us in the chat, and Aushus discuss everything plus gaming. So we're talking movies, politics, TV shows, video games, etc., etc. Tuesday, I will be streaming Football Manager 2024. We're starting a new season, and as the chat requested yesterday, although it's a new game, we're going to stay in the same league, and with the same team in freaking Slovakia, with our manager, Mr. Lamar Michael, a white man with some cornrows. It's fun. Come through and enjoy the live stream. And obviously, next week, Wednesday, we'll be doing it on the lowdown as we're doing it right now. Thank you so much for watching. Well,
maybe next Tuesday you should throw on Concord.
Yeah, well,
like, subscribe. Subscribe.
Throw it on and see what happens.
If you're new, please subscribe, like the video, share it out, etc. Like I just described, we have shows every single day of the week and Saturdays. Have a good one. We'll see you for the college football stream tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, man.